Okay. Hopefully lots of weird noises were made. I am here. Oh. So. Oh no. I got no noise in my head. Okay. So, a bit of explanation here. This is the first time back that I've streamed in a little while. And so, to celebrate that, I thought, hey, let's make this as complicated as possible. And in my infinite and boundless ideas of making things complicated, I decided, 1, not talking into the microphone like some sort of lummox. 2, hey, I'll stream to YouTube as well. Oh, well, you know, I stream to YouTube. Oh, there we go, I got noise. Okay. Yeah, so streaming to YouTube, you need thumbnails because YouTube just doesn't like steal whatever's going on screen. Or give a, you know, default splash screen to whatever game you're playing. You gotta give them like a specific thumbnail or it's, you know, hot ass. And yeah, in doing that, I found a new way of doing it, but it takes me a bit longer. I've learned secrets, and I'm getting better as a editing and processing type of humanoid beings. Then I had to find the right thing, and then that takes a little longer, and then I made myself some coffee. And once I got some coffee, oh, it was wrought with grounds and hateful scum, and oh no, I had to make myself another cup of coffee, because you can't drink a cup full of grounds, it's just heathen. So I made it, finally. Hopefully everything's working out alright. If there's anything going on with the sound or the light, please let me know. I will adjust accordingly. As I say, this is my first time back in a little while, so there's actually a lot of stuff that I had to do that kind of took me by surprise, even as I like partly organized things before this time. What about you, Loki? I have all this bibble babbling. How are you doing? Oh no! My phone's locked me out for whatever reason. Probably because it hates me too. It's a conspiracy, don't worry. It should just take my thumbprints, but for some reason it's not allowing that. Oh no! Oh no! Electronics! Everything is breaking all at once. Whew! How are you doing there, Adrianex? What's exciting in your world? Adrianex and I were doing a bibble babble on the Discord about a podcast. Oh, man. Well, you know, have you ever had one of those times when you're about to stream and then everything starts falling apart all at once in the most catastrophic and amazing of ways? And you mean to stream 20 minutes ago, but that seems like a nigh impossibility due to all of your own mistakes and the stuff that you put in front of yourself before you start trying to stream, like streaming to multiple platforms or not getting a cup of coffee. Oh, you touched up your haircut. That's wonderful to hear, Loki. I know I need to like trim my hair quite some time ago, to be honest. I'm slowly getting the Bill Bailey skullet going on in my older age, and I, you know, I might be able to pull it off. I am a handsome devil, but maybe I should try to like clean things up just a little. So, Jenny LeClue. I know nothing about it. Aha, there we go. This was a recommendation from Amanda on Maui. And she said, "Oh, you got to give it a try. I think it's up your alley." And I trust her opinion because she has a gigantic brain and knows things. Currently growing out a mullet style since it's long enough to do Viking style braids. Oh, are you going to stick with that, Loki, or are you figuring on something else? So one of the things about Jenny LeClue that I'm not used to is it requires a controller, which is weird and strange to me. Well, no, I wanna start anew. Wait, how come I can't start anew? What's going on? Oh, there we go. Okay. I must have accidentally hit continue somewhere, somehow along the way. And Adrian X goes on to say, on specifics of goings on, playing more Supreme Commander Forged Alliance through the Forged Alliance Forever client made by fans. Had a fairly conversation with a few friends yesterday, spitballed the idea of joining a game jam. What be a game jam exactly there, Adrian X? I'm not familiar with the term. I'm currently, and Loki says, I'm currently trying to do the long, wait out the growing of the hair so you could do the braids. Ah, I genuinely had my hair long enough to put behind my ears, and then I just stopped cutting it and left it like that for decades. So to trim it now is a very weird thing. And I mean, you do have to trim it because you'll get nasty split ends at the end of your hair, and then it'll tangle, and then you'll start pulling out hair, and then it thins out, and it doesn't look great. So a very mild kind of finger width trim to keep things going helps a lot. But yeah, I just pure laziness on my behalf. Oh, a fairly lengthy conversation. So wait, is the idea to do your full-on idea for a podcast of everyone having a conversate about a specific game or games in general there, Adrian X? Oh, right, new game. Start a brand new game, erasing all the collectibles in process. Yes, confirm. The other thing about this is you got to use the left analog stick, not the directional pad. So it's a bit different on that behalf. A Thuritan. You'll never want to leave. Totally normal. God. Thank you. Oh no, I paused that. Shit. Okay, we're back. Oh, I have control. Look at me go. Oh, and Adrian X goes on to explain, a game jam is an organized event where people either solo or in teams are tasked with making a game in a short period of time, potentially with some other constraints such as genre or type of engine, etc. Sounds hard. I don't want to do anything that sounds hard. You're weird, Adrian X. Why are you doing weird things? Stop being weird. I kid. Is it something that you've always thought of doing, or just anything to start you on that process of like a moonwalk? Yes, something to start you on the idea of oh, hey, you would like to make games more often, and having some impetus to kind of start off and begin gaming is something that's you're kind of looking forward for. Danger! No swimming! I was feeding my crows today. Yes, that's what it's come down to. I'm putting peanuts outside for the squirrels and the crows. Oh no! The dicks! Okay, okay. Is that close enough? I guess I just need the 2 outer rings and then I can do whatever I want with those inner rings. There we go. Go! God, I didn't lose a single beat. Still amazing as ever. Bow before my greatness. Okay, so Aeternix goes on to say, it's really for anyone. It's for people brand new to or trying to learn a new experience and a degree. Namely, because Game Jam would be a good place to put together a team and network with other like-minded devs. Or even interested in companies. Given the current climate out there in the States, I've grown progressively tired of the large companies and their practices. Yeah. Or even any large companies. What goes on in Ubisoft is another one of those, like, so many wonderful games, but they could be amazing games if they would just, like, stop trying to release one every year. And Adrianex says, want to get underway with starting a business at some point because of that. So what would you specifically want to do yourself? Like, you want to create games, or you want to be someone who overlooks and oversees, gamers? Someone making games. Or music. Game dev and or PC building and repair. My PC building and repair goes as far as to whatever I can do to play games. It's something I took a long time to discover, because it was one of those, oh, hey, I'm kind of good at this. And then it's like, oh, no. I don't really like it. I just want to play games. It's my vehicle to make that happen.
What? Who?
Puppy! Ooh, press button.
Oh, I must have dozed off.
There's grounds at the bottom. Oh. Okay. No, everything's fine. We're fine.
Perhaps we need a spot of tea to wake us up. What do you say, Rufus? Yes, quite right. Better get back to work.
I love this two-dimensional style. You could sure see it when they like start shifting the camera, that it's, you know, images on images on images to make the three-dimensional effect instead of like actual 3D models.
This book won't write itself. Maybe I should start somewhere easier. I'll come back to the prologue later. The sun rose over another perfect day in picturesque Arthurton.
Do you have a game concept in mind there, Adrian X, or just not really, but you would like to make something?
To the casual observer, Arthurton seemed like any other small, quiet town.
But the ritual sacrifices and wild sex orgies made that against the grain.
It was nestled in a valley between two mountains, lined by lustrous forests, and perched on the edge of a pristine lake. It had a main street with all the essentials, including a place to sip coffee.
You don't think something like Unreal Engine would be kind of your best simple, rock stupid one to get into and poke your nose around? You know, picking something very common and, you know, far reaching would make sense as a place to start.
It had schools, a college, a church, and a police station. It even had a museum no one ever visited.
Agatha's Crusties. You'll kill for a taste. Fresh baked daily. Oh, and Pharmacy and Magic, the great placebo. Okay. Card tricks and wand repairs. Gil and Dan's bait and tackle. Fishing licenses, live bait, good banter, and fishing tackle.
It was the kind of place you might find anywhere on your travels. Typical, maybe even forgettable. But there was one thing in Arthurton that was unlike any other town in the whole world.
So what engine are you thinking of that would suit your two-dimensional needs far better?
Actually, it was a girl. Her name was...
Jenny LeClue!
Jenny LeClue.
I read the title of this game before I started it up. I'm pretty good at these things. Fair enough, Adrian X.
And she was the world's greatest detective.
Oh, well, that I disagree with. I'm here.
Finkelstein residence. Oh, hello, Glenda. Yes, he said he might ring. Okay, patch me through then.
Every time it ends like just a single sentence, I gotta press A to progress it, and sometimes I forget. I just get so enwrapped in the story.
Richard? Yes, I got it. I did, and my answer is no. I understand that, but Well, yes, of course, but... No, no, no. Nothing is settled. I'm not going to do it. It goes against everything my books stand for. No, not yet, but... If I could just... Please, listen to what I'm saying.
It was the kind of place you might find anywhere on your travels. Difficult, maybe even forgettable. There was one thing in Arthur. Ooh. No, I just wanted the one. No, stop that. Just one. You jerks. Letter to the Finkel fans draft. Well, it's me again, Arthur K. Finkelstein, and here we are at Book 38 of Jenny LeClue series, her most joyful adventure yet. Thank you all for the new Jenny LeClue fans out there. You have both been incredibly supportive. Joke there. Reading's hard. Oh, and Adrianex says, I was more concerned with the design first because that's going to help pick an engine since I need to pick or even make an engine that will support the mechanics I'm looking to implement. Making an engine, I think, would be a bit rough for your first going. I would definitely find something that you could kind of insert your ideas into, even if it's something that might not be tailored to it. I'm trying to think of that other engine that kind of caused a bit of a controversy, but a lot of folks use for a lot of things because, and then they finally kind of smoothed it out. It wasn't Unreal. And Frostbite's a bit of a nightmare engine anyway. No, don't have it. 1. Despite any rumors you may have heard, of course, the Jenny books will continue, as long as there is ink in my pen and ribbon in my typewriter. 2. Yes, it will be more of the same. I refuse to change my formula. Arthurton will always be a safe and happy place. And Adrianex says, my current idea is something I would make with a more experienced or dev team who's better at coding. Since why you're looking to join Game Jam. I am not going to read out these names. Brett DJ Archangel Strassener. Chief Detective W. DeGreve. Chloe. Yeah. Emma Vass Normandy Johnston. Now that... It's a Mass Effect reference. Yeah. DJ Ludwicki. Gronk. Yeah, it feels... Oh, and that's just the beginning. Okay. From the office of Richard Inkwell, Dear Arthur, hope all is well. Afraid I've got bad news, old chum. There's no easy way to say it, so I've attached the latest book sales numbers. Down, 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 down. Nowadays, readers want more mystery and danger. You're losing them with Jenny's increasingly timid and repetitive adventures. One bit of good news is it's too late for the stores to cancel their orders for the next book, so we're going to give you one last go and see if you can breathe some life into the old girl. We want you to try to do a proper murder mystery. Start killing people off. Add some drama. The bottom line is if you don't step up, I'm afraid it's a case of Jenny LeClue and the last hurrah. Boy, he's got really nice penmanship. Can I flip? In other positive news, someone from a real newspaper finally reviewed your last book. Jenny LeClue and the Missing Marmalade Sandwich, the 38th and hopefully last book in the series, which is very much past its prime. Once a collection of mystery stories cherished by children all over the world, Jenny LeClue has taken a nosedive into mediocrity without reservation. Arthur K. Finkelstein. The only mystery left in the Arthurton is how this trash keeps getting published. This reader nearly died of boredom. On a positive note, the book makes a great doorstop. Wouldn't know a good story if it bit him on the rump. Oh, I took the worst bits out. Imagine all this might come as a bit of a shock, but we've got to move on with the times. Throw in a murder or two, a dash of real tragedy. Who knows? Maybe you've got one great story left in you. I'll ring you later to discuss. Sorry about your career. Chin up though, eh? Richard Inkwell. P.S. Squash next week. At least you'll have time to work on that backhand soon. Okay. Oh. You found a piece of art! Head over to the gallery to see it displayed. You can access the gallery from the main menu or the pause menu. During certain parts of the gameplay, the gallery will be disabled in the pause menu. Well, no, I was trying to click on the thing. Why wouldn't she let me click on the thing? Okay. I'm just exiting out now.
You don't understand what you're asking for. You want me to turn Jenny's world upside down? Kill off my characters and destroy everything I've built over the last 30 years? Fine. I'll give you what you want.
How's the sound for everybody?
But I warn you, I'm a stream of consciousness writer. And you have unleashed my fury. Good day, sir.
Nice! Good day!
Boring? Predictable? Pah!
I will have to fully, admit that when it comes to some of the mysteries on television, I have started to genuinely kind of cherish the ones that aren't murders, because I think you can still write a great mystery that doesn't have to have people dying. And sometimes it's even more interesting when you have low stakes who vandalize this sort of storylines than, someone has to die every week in increasingly unpredictable ways. That's good to hear. This is one of those, before I left last time, I switched all of my sound levels around for when the game's interprets. So basically the sound was connected directly with the video coming out. So whatever the video was at, it would work. But now I have it that I can literally set the sound levels of the in-game content, my voice, Discord, and Chrome, or even Spotify, and have them all at different levels that nothing's going to overpower anyone. So it actually took me about 10 minutes to remember how I did that and how to do it again.
Well, if it's murder they want, it's murder they'll get. It should have been another perfect day in Arthurton. But today was different, and nothing would ever be the same again. To begin with, Jenny LeClue was dead. Her skin was pale, her eyes glassy and frozen. What cruel fate had befallen our beloved detective?
No, no, no! Never move the victim.
Mrs. LeClue, she's doing it again.
Jenny LeClue, you are a dead body. Dead bodies don't talk.
A great detective trusts their instincts, makes it personal. Oh no, that's never makes it personal, never reveals their hands, never leaves a coffee unattended. That's why I finished mine. Never ever! This is true. It never makes assumptions. Okay. Julie LeClue, former detective, teaches dumb students and a terrible cook, but great mom.
But he's doing it wrong! As wonderful as it would be if all cadavers were so talkative, we must deduce the cause of death without their help.
That's something else about this game that's a bit off, and something that I'm kind of getting used to, but like, when they stop talking, it lets you press A, but it doesn't always work because sometimes they'll do something within the game's content that needs to happen before the scene will move on, and you kind of don't know when that is.
With only the evidence laid before us, we build a picture from the fragments left behind. We collect clues, interpret the data, and solve our puzzle one piece at a time, until it feels as if the victim is speaking to us. But Jenny is right, Jonathan. You mustn't disturb the crime scene. Vital evidence could be lost.
Sorry, Mrs. LeClue.
Okay, you've all had a chance to study the
Oh
body.
no, I'm a precocious brat.
Who can postulate how she met her demise?
Ooh, me! I think it was an accident?
Yeah, she obviously wasn't looking where she was going
So she slipped on the wet floor.
and cracked her head open. Like an egg.
And then she bled to death.
Really? How can you tell?
Well, there's a giant pool of blood around her head.
Yeah, I know. I was being sarcastic.
Well, it's hard to tell with your face all covered, you jackass.
Oh.
Actually, you're both wrong.
What?
It was cold-blooded murder.
Murder.
Murder?
Murder!
Don't be ridiculous.
Where's the murder weapon?
There's no evidence anyone else was even here.
Oh, yes, there is. It was murder, and I can prove it.
The case of the dead lab assistant.
Jenny had read all the books. She'd absorbed all her mother's teachings. but there was nothing quite like getting your hands dirty.
Or the back of your head as you lie in the cold, fake blood.
How many people get the chance to solve their own murder?
The first step in any good deduction was collecting evidence. Seemingly insignificant details could provide a vital piece of the puzzle.
First, I'll search the crime scene for clues.
Then she'd analyze the data. And finally...
Deduce the real cause of death.
Okay. Puzzle piece. But it doesn't count as a clue. Another puzzle piece. Another puzzle piece. Okay. Okay. Another puzzle piece. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Mr. Beans! The ends justify the beans. Oh. Okay. So, start with the start. Look.
There's no doubt the victim lost a lot of blood.
Yes.
The victim has a green smudge on her lips. It's not lipstick.
No. Could it be poison?
What a waste of perfectly good coffee.
Jenny's love for coffee was almost as strong as her passion for crime solving.
Chalky green residue on the rim. Smells like burnt matches.
Ah, you know what smells like burnt matches? I don't. I really don't. Yeah, this has been a rough little bit for me too as of late. That, like, I've really wanted to drink a lot of coffee. And it's just, like, constant. And I've tried to cut myself down, and some time ago I managed to cut myself down to just 3 cups a day. I used to be at, like, 8. And I mean, very consistent 8 every day. Oh, it was just terrifying. I don't think it's cyanide. I think cyanide's burnt or almonds. I think.
Jenny's blue sweater was scruffy and quite uncomfortable.
Why would you wear
But her grandmother had
comfortable
knitted it,
Ah,
and so
yes.
it was her favorite. The more it itched, the closer she felt to her.
Approximately 8 sizes too big. And covered in mud.
But also with good grip so it wouldn't slip on a wet floor.
The floor is wet and slippery, but also immaculately clean.
Ah, so the muddy footprints never touched the immaculately clean floor. Ah, and now that I've discovered that, it's not counting as clues anymore. No, something about her eyes.
Without her trusty bifocals, Jenny couldn't see the nose in front of her face. They were her window to the world, and the lens through which she focused her keen detective vision.
Wait, why wasn't she wearing her glasses then?
It wasn't Jenny's style to wear accessories. But this hair clip was the exception. Its function as a lockpick had saved Jenny from a long night trapped in her school locker. She'd worn it ever since.
I've seen enough. Time to wrap this case up.
Jenny was a meticulous record keeper, noting every relevant clue in her trusty journal.
Ooh, should I be keeping records? I do have my trusty notepad here. Okay. How do I know the victim didn't slip? Wet floor, boots, sweater, pool of blood, glasses. The victim is wearing giant muddy boots.
A great detective knew that solving a mystery was simply a matter of connecting the dots.
I'm certain this wasn't a mere accident. Now I just need to prove it. How do I know the victim didn't slip?
Floor was wet and squeaky clean. Okay, there we go. Make deduction.
The victim's boots are filthy. They should have left big muddy footprints on the floor. So where are they? Either someone washed away her footprints, or she was carried here.
So in these points, it's making me hold down the button so more stuff happens, but I'm not really doing anything. Though it's still neat, and I find I feel a bit more involved in this than some other games,
Okay, that
especially
proves she
like a
didn't
point-and-click
slip.
adventure.
So how did she actually die?
What was the real cause of death?
Green stuff on the mouth. Coffee cup. Coffee. Deadly, but delicious.
There's a green residue in the bottom of the victim's
Smells
coffee
like
cup.
burnt matches. So, yeah, what smells like burnt matches that is a poison? I imagine... I know sulfur is in matches.
It smells of burnt matches.
She'll let us know.
Phosphorus.
Ah, the other stuff. Wait, can you be poisoned? Oh no! My meow didn't work. Ah, cock. Sorry, Dustin. That's a thing to figure out soon here. Hey there, how's it going, Dusty?
Also found in common garden fertilizer.
Yes.
The same green mark is on the victim's lips. Her coffee was spiked with fertilizer.
How you doing there, Dusty? What's new and exciting? Ah, I'm trying my best.
Someone clearly wanted her dead.
Dead.
Ah, the case of the dead lab assistant. Gone before her time. Was it poison? Yes.
Oh no, how'd you hurt your neck, Dusty?
A blow to the head? Yes. An accident? Certainly not. No footprints in an unshattered mug? She was killed somewhere else and carried here.
Ah, I understand that.
This is the story of a scorned ex-lover. Jenny? The gardener enacting his revenge. Jenny? A deadly brew of fertilizer and caffeine coursing through the veins. That's quite enough, thank you.
What happens to the gardener?
Is this gonna be on the test?
Remember, class, even the smartest criminals make mistakes. This is how we catch a killer.
But what's the point of all this?
Yeah, there hasn't been a murder in Arthurton in years.
Every town has a dark side, even Arthurton. By doubting, we are led to question. And by questioning, we arrive at the truth. Okay, that's all for today.
I am really grokking this so far. I do think it's quite a wonderful premise, and it feels engaging. And again, that's one of those things when it comes to detective games that you sometimes don't get, is like the ability to choose incorrectly and screw up the case. You know, especially, I guess, playing so many Nancy Drew and point-and-click adventures where it's like, you can only go from A to B, and if you choose C, well, that's just wrong, and you don't continue on the story at all. I'm alright there, Dusty. It has been a shitty month. There's no other way of putting it. It was long and rough, and lots of medication changes, and then with Charlie passing there, that was really rough on me. So this is actually my first stream back since then. So it's rough, but I'm doing my best. I'm trying to get into a bit more of the swing of things and handling some stuff. It's not always easy, but you know, you do what you can.
Don't forget, next class is our field trip to the morgue.
Ooh.
So have a light lunch. The students need to think for themselves, Jenny.
Yeah.
That's why they're here at Gumboldt. To learn.
I just figured we all had places to go.
Oh, come on, don't be a jerk.
Speaking of which,
Can I pause? Yes, I can. Look at that. All right. I'm going to take a short break because it's that time. And then I'll be right back. So, going to stand up, stretch, move around, and shall return post haste. So I'll do the thing. Ah, look at that. Press the right buttons already. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. All right, I am back. Okay. Do I have things? Oh, look at that. Okay, now, thank you very much. I'm going to see if things work. Oh, this feels like the most appropriate one for me. We'll try another one, see if it still works. No. Oh well. I would imagine I need to reclaim things from the source that they come from. But how and where, I am not sure. Because it's also been a while since I've done all this stuff, and I bet you any money that they probably change the stuff slightly every time. Oh, man. I do wish... All right. Yeah. One last try. Maybe I did something right there.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Okay, so I think maybe I just needed to reactivate the thing because I changed some stuff around. Don't know why. Again, mental health problems. But I woke up one day and I needed to change all of my passwords. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, hey, you got hacked or something, or someone sent you. No. All of my stuff was perfectly secure, and everything was 110%. I've not had a breach. No one's even come close to guessing my passwords. My passwords are all in a safe place where no one has seen them, but I needed to change all of them immediately, and I'm still in the process of changing them all to something new and exciting. Don't know why, but I had to. It was really important to me. And now all of my stuff got disconnected because what Twitch had was switched, and now the switch does not translate into everything because everything now has to relog into it. Even though all of my Twitch stuff not only has password, but two-factor authentication. It's just, like I say, I can't explain why that was needed, but it was, and so yeah. Oh, yes, I am. That was me. Just forgetting to turn on my camera. Hi! I've been talking to the pitch black box atop my monitor for a while now. There's a little light that comes on and goes, hey, you're being filmed. Make sure to put on a show when you masturbate. So, yeah, I thought it was on and it was not. So back to the game.
And where are you off to, young lady?
Ugh.
I'm a dead body mom, remember? Dead bodies don't tell. See ya.
Wait, before you go, I have something for you.
Cool. What is it?
If I told you, that would spoil the fun, wouldn't it?
The LeConfused didn't simply hand each other presents.
Oh, and Adrian X, thank you again for watching that YouTube video. Anybody out there who's curious, I have a YouTube channel and I deleted most of my YouTube content because I was deeply unhappy with it. And I made something brand new that was short, scripted, and edited. It was still video game related, akin to World of Warcraft, but you know, if everybody is interested, I would ask that you go out and give it a watch and tell me what you think of it, because it genuinely was something that was much more concise, direct, and with jokes written in on purpose that I also practiced and honed a bit before I said them, because much often if you'll see me on stream or what have you, I do have jokes. I think of the jokes, but then sometimes the thinking and the saying the jokes don't work exactly right because, you know, mouth don't function correct time stuff thing. So I literally sat down with a recording app, Audacity, and I would hone it, and then I would go through it several times. And some of those things in the video genuinely took me like 12 or 15 takes to get them correct. And even then I still stumbled over some of the words, but like one of them was a solid 4.5 or 5 minute long block of talking fast and getting the jokes out. And oh, how many times I fucked that up.
They hid them.
Oh, of course.
It was a family tradition, and Jenny had developed a sixth sense for finding them. With her trusty magnifying glass at her side, nothing eluded her.
Oh. And now we play the ancient game of point and click adventure where you slowly pan the camera over objects.
And you journal.
To Jenny, there was nothing better than the aroma of a fresh leather notebook.
Dead cow flesh.
It smelled like mystery.
What happened to the cow?
Without missing a beat, she did what any detective worth their salt would do.
What's his cow family doing now? Have they mourned the loss of their cow?
She decorated it.
Poor cow. I heart nerds, me too. An interdeck saying that your style of speech definitely fits a more relaxed and measured, hence why I liked that video. I'm glad to hear. I actually did try to kind of keep it upbeat and flowing, and I have 2 or 3 more videos that I'd like to do, but I kind of need to figure out how to do specific things, like put a picture on the screen for stuff that might even be like transparent, that I could, I wanted an up arrow, just a big up arrow. Stupidest thing you could imagine. But I would like to have it with the game as the backdrop and then the big up arrow while I explain something. I want to make a how-to video because there's been a few of them. It's called Shotcut, and it's a very common Linux-based open source video editing software. So when it comes to Linux, you have LibreOffice for all of your productivity, GIMP, which is their photo editing software, and then Shotcut, which again, it's free, open source, not the best looking, but I watched a singular tutorial and it was a fantastic tutorial on YouTube, and genuinely within 40 minutes, I was able to edit something and get it to work like I wanted it to. The only, I still have some issues of, I wish I could slow down the playback so I could push things to a finer point, because to me, editing does come in, milliseconds. Sometimes you just want to bang on, and there were jokes in there that literally I looked at the sound profile of what I said, and then I would have something pop on the screen just for what I said and then disappear by the time my comment was done. And I mean a word gone. So neat. Yeah, that's the unfortunate problem. LibreOffice does not work well on other things. There's also like I think it's called Colabera for Android systems, and it just does not have the same like in-depth functionality. And the place that I use LibreOffice for on other devices, I had to get a Linux virtual machine on that as well before the Office worked correctly. And it's just, I wish it was better. I like it, but it just doesn't function like I think it should. And it's not the ease of Excel, which like, oh man, Excel on like the computer or even on an Android device is slick. I just hate Microsoft. Oh, nice. If you went to my YouTube channel now, I'm streaming this live, and I use that GIMP system for making lettering on a picture, but with an outline. Because my older, real simple thumbnails are literally like just black block with the lettering inside of it. And now it's like very smaller outline of a black outline that'll pop over an image. And I would love to do some more stuff. And one of them is I need to pixelate something. And that I haven't quite figured yet, but I didn't sit down and really work at it because good old, it was late and I did enough, and sometimes you just kind of have to shut it down because I have a terrible problem, and it happens quite frequently, but like when I should be unwinding, going to eat, getting ready to lay down, I'll start projects. And it's just so deeply unhealthy because I'll let a project ruin my sleep or ruin my meals or, you know, whatever my latest and greatest obsession is. And it just, you know, some might see it as a virtue, but not sleeping for days on end is not, and is very harmful. So it was the end of the day. I'm like, oh, time to stop. And Adrianex says, I've been leaning towards migrating to Linux for a main OS and then having a Windows 11 virtual machine once Windows 10 loses support, given many games don't work on Linux, plus some software, especially music software I've grown accustomed to. See, Audacity, I think, is another Linux open source system, and that's what I was using for all of my voiceovers. And then I would literally like get into what I did, and I would remove all the that I would do in between takes. And I'm sure it was much softer, but it was just something that I wanted to eliminate breaths out of it so you're not hearing that part. Because also, I think breaths within OBS is removed because I have some filters on my vocals for OBS that cut out like minimum sound ceilings and other stuff, so you aren't hearing background noise. And I think inhaling is one of them. So, but I'm with you, Adrianex, and I can't tell anybody how excited I am that Steam wants to get into the Linux system. And again, Steam, Valve, guys, if you want to charge me $80 to $120 for an operating system that you'll fully support, I will pay it. Do it. I mean, anything to get from the tyranny of Microsoft is just exciting and refreshing. I know, and I'm with Adrianex. I know it's not like a super slick system, that there are some other things, but the truth is if Valve gets into it, lots of other people are going to get into it, and that's what counts for a lot. And Adrianex says that the software he refers to is a synthesized instrument software specifically that can't be replaced with Audacity. To replace Audacity, I have Reaper, which is supported on Linux. Yeah. And that's the other part, is like learning new things and being accustomed to it. And I'm starting on open source because there is a lot of my brain that goes, hey, If I did the same things on Photoshop, it'd probably be really easy, but, you know, one, you still have to learn it, and that's where I'm falling short on some of the stuff. The whole editing system took me months, and maybe even a year to actually sit down and watch the editing video, because I was just so lazy. And again, you know, I'm not going to blame everything on my mental health issues, but it does play a factor into like, oh, I'm not going to do this because I just don't feel like it today. Yeah, having a full like computer OS for Valve, because Valve already has their OS on Steam Deck, right? And if you want, actually, I shouldn't say that. It's not just Steam Deck. They're now branching out into other guys. So Asus is now going to be using SteamOS on their handhelds. So it's now just seeing it onto the plethora of other games. And that's getting NVIDIA and the other guys involved, AMD, in a bigger way with Linux. Which, again, Valve can do that. Because that is where the core of gaming is. And it just, it's hopes and dreams. And I just competition, right? I would love to live in a world where there are several big people who support all of the video games. I don't want to buy a Mac. I don't want Mac OS. But I would love if Mac OS had a full gamut to run everything with the greatest of ease and native and run it natively. Like, that's where we should be, not in this world of having layers upon layers of stuff. Although I will say my only experience with Linux gaming is on my old system, and my system is a laptop, and it's ancient and wizened, and I think probably getting on 20 years old now. And it still runs. This is the important thing. But it's only got like 4 gigs of RAM, and so Windows 10 makes it weep great tears of salt, even though it was like genuinely designed. Again, electronics do age over time, but Linux has just like breathed all the life back into that thing of being able to run Mint OS easily on it. But does it run games? No. It can. Well, I have like Hyperlight Drifter, which is a rather two-dimensional, simple game. It's a great game. Everyone should try it, but the graphics aren't demanding, you know? And it still like stutters and slows on my system, so... Oh. But I'm doing something, aren't I? And Agernex says Hyperlight Drifter was also locked at 30 FPS. Oh, this is locked at like 3. I love it. I really do. But it's an old and crusty system. And again, all computers will age out because you put power through a transistor enough times, that transistor will degrade and things will slow down. It's the entropy of life. But this is, yeah. Hey there, Eminem. How's it going? Yes, it has been a while. I've been away. As I was saying earlier, it's been a rough month, so. Yeah. Maybe 15 to 20 years. It's got a NVIDIA 600 series card in it. So, if you could imagine, you know, not going back from the 5000 to then just 1000, and then before that it used to be the 900, 800. This is a 600 notebook card in it. That's the only way I could really, and 4 gigs of RAM, but at the time, it was $1,000 laptop. I mean, it was a decent gaming machine. In its prime, it could play Saints Row 3 with a controller pretty well.
A new journal meant new adventures.
Oop, I accidentally opened it up.
She imagined all the thrilling cases that would soon fill its pages. And on the first page, her mother had written an inscription.
A great detective never gives up. Love, Mom.
Oh, hey, I wonder if... No, won't let me see the gallery stuff. Exit. Okay, so I can change the tab with this. Map. Find a map, keep it here. Choosiness. Oh, prefer to read it like that. And Dusty with lurk! I have stuff to do. I gotta make sure, is this still making noise appropriately? Yes. Sorry about all of the technical stuff that I'm constantly getting into. It's just one of those, I haven't been at this for a while, and I never set up my new system onto my mystery stuff, so... I'm an adventurer. I think that's what this is supposed to be, is like your choices. I'm a realist, which doesn't feel correct, but perhaps I am. Emotional. And I'm straight between planner and improviser. Charming, curious and bold, an intrepid explorer. You leave no stone unturned and you have a vivid imagination. You're happy to be in the spotlight, but can be unpredictably and overly competitive. Postcards. Okay. Okay, so there's lots of stuff here to do. All right, exit.
I love it. Thanks, Mom.
Yes.
Jenny, I wanted to talk about, to say,
You're dating a new man?
Somewhere in the back of Jenny's highly caffeinated brain, an alarm bell was ringing. Her mum was hesitating. What could be causing her to act so out of character?
Crossed arms. Furrowed brow.
Jenny saw it coming from a mile away. Her mother was about to get
Force.
Emotional.
I've really gotta go. No, Jenny, wait.
Emotional maturity. I have none. Run away. Flee. Oh, that really touches the
I
heart.
need your help.
What? Really?
Jenny couldn't believe her ears. It was extremely unusual for her mother
Do
to
I
ask
have
for
a
help.
dad?
It must be something very important. Tracing the steps of a deranged killer? A cold case that only someone with Jenny's expertise could solve?
I've misplaced the students' essays on decapitation. See if you can find them for me before you leave. I have to run.
She too is emotionally unavailable and will run away from the nearest and most horrible things of connecting with other human beings.
Wow. The case of the misplaced papers. Are you sure you want to trust me with such a complex task?
Wait, if this is the writing that the other writer is or the reviewist there was slamming, this feels a bit like weird that this is so predictable and normal. You know, I know that's just a premise to get the thing going, but oh man. Yeah, I love her smarminess.
I have no doubt you'll be able to find them. They're around here somewhere.
Jenny was unsure if her mother was unable to detect sarcasm or just really good at ignoring it.
What's the point? They're all gonna fail anyway.
Yes!
Great detective learns the most valuable lessons from their biggest failures.
I really can't, Mom. I've got somewhere to be. People are depending on me.
I have somewhere to be too, and I'm depending on you to find those papers.
Have you considered how these menial chores might be affecting my sense of self-worth?
Oh, what a little asshole.
Is this really the act of a responsible mother?
Jenny LeConfused.
That was her mother's code for enough is enough.
I heard it.
Fine. I'll find them.
Good. Find the papers and go straight home.
But I'm meeting Keith tonight.
No buts, remember?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm still feeling the effects of being poisoned for your class.
Well then, I have the perfect antidote. You're staying with your cousin this weekend, and you still need to pack.
This again? Look, I've considered your offer, Mom, and I'm going to have to decline. I'm old enough to take care of myself.
I'll be back late tonight. There's meatloaf in the fridge.
Oh, she is going out for the inner course. Yes! Question motive.
Late again? What are you up to?
Jenny LeConfused, it's been a difficult week. Could you please just do what you're told for once and stop asking questions?
Leather straps and ball gags.
Fine.
And try to stay out of trouble.
Never.
When do I ever get into trouble? All right, let's find these papers and get out of here.
Oh, okay. And I can look at the case of the dead lab assistant. Closed. Mom was acting pretty weird today. No wonder. It's been a year, but it still hurts. Case of the misplaced papers. Huh. Oh, okay.
One of Jenny's earliest memories was making raspberry jam with her mum.
It's the perfect substitute for blood in class demonstrations. And better tasting than the pig's blood the textbook recommends.
Exactly, Adrian X. Can I actually... Oh, look at that, the gallery stuff. Finally. Oh, man. There's so many tiny pictures on all these pictures. All right. Typewriter. Yes. Martha LeConfused. So this just feels... Wait. Concept art. Which is... Some of it's more disturbing than I was expecting, but yeah. I thought this might be like, oh, hey, you can unlock extra stickers to throw into your notebook and decorate it ever further. But this is all looking pretty concept arty, which, you know, is a fantastic and amazing, but just not my cup of jam. Okay. I mean, I'm still probably going to try and collect it all, because I am in need of all of the clues.
Looking rather trim today, Ethan. New diet? What's the matter? Lost your funny bone?
I'll kill you first! Every skeleton is Murray. Okay, so I'm also on like a trapped two-dimensional plane. I can't move forward or up or any of it. Yeah. I mean, I do like that in terms of like finding clues and exploring your environment versus like having a big three-dimensional environment and then you're only interacting with a single object anyway. Or they're hiding the object in specific ways.
Becoming a great detective took more than book smarts.
Didn't even notice the spiked feet. I gotta go back. Thinks like a killer, trusts her instincts, follows the
You
evidence.
needed real-life experience. And Jenny was always on the lookout for a chance to get her hands dirty.
Yeah, sometimes my marker will, like, have weird flecks to it that makes me think something's going on. Like that. But it's not. I think that's just like a marker of, like, you found something! Good for you! Wait, no! That... How can I not look at that paper? Ah, there we go. I gotta get into detective vision.
It's one of the students' term papers. You can tell by the terrible handwriting and erroneous conclusions. Mom must have put them behind the chalkboard.
I have terrible handwriting. And I'm an erroneous conclusion. Oh wow! Her feet are real, like, specks. Pixels upon solid ground. Amazing that they don't just use the properties of quantum physics. Oop. Oh. Well, I'm not going to solve this yet. I gotta find other stuff.
Please do not touch.
Touch it!
Someone must be running an experiment.
Touch it! Lick it!
Gross. Pretty soon it's gonna sprout legs.
Lick it. Lick it! Mmm. For a moment there I thought, is it getting darker? And it is. The further out you got, the darker the screen was getting.
Found you. Time to get out of here.
Conclusion. Waste of time. Okay, so is this the way out?
Jenny looked around the room one last time. Was she ready to leave?
No. No! Ah! Cock.
Jenny looked around the room one last time. Was she ready to leave?
Oh, I should open up my textbook and see if
Okay, so she wasn't really dead. That would be silly. No, Jenny was alive and well and ready for another
whatever
perfect
I am
day
is
in
changing.
Arthurton.
Ah, now I'm become a much more dreamer, but for some reason, even though my thing seems to be... The way these bars are laid out is very odd to me, but I'm a dreamer! And now I'm a hero. Of course. Inspiring, passionate, and brave. You never run from danger, and you can always be relied upon to do the right thing. You're idealistic, but sometimes a bit naive. I'm very naive. Nope, nope, I didn't want to do that. I thought there was a button that said I can run. Why are the visuals on low? Oh, I can change the costume? Controls, there we go. Journal, detect, run! Okay, okay, yes, there is a run button. It's this one. Haha. Kitty!
What the? What a mess. I should investigate.
Lose!
The notice board was awash with flyers, personal ads, and the occasional piece of gum.
I'm amazed anyone
Ew.
can find anything on here.
Fortunately, Jenny had a useful trick to use in a situation like this.
Ignoring it!
Mom always says, a great detective eliminates the noise.
Oh.
Focus on the details, and you'll find clarity in the chaos.
Yeah, these parts are weird where I just tap it. Mystic Healing with Gloria. Monthly meetup Stargazing Society. Textbooks for sale. Pop-up party this Thursday. Missing cat answers to Traveler.
I wonder if
Ooh.
anyone else reads this junk. Hold on. What's this?
Cat. Curfew.
Oh,
Stay safe
no.
indoors.
Extended
9
curfew
p.m.
hours
till
again.
sunrise. Please pardon our mess while we improve your power grid. During this period, you may experience minor inconveniences of daily blackouts.
9 p.m. to sunrise? That's ridiculous.
But necessary.
Power outages had become a regular occurrence in town.
It was dangerous to be wandering around.
It won't be long before we need a permit to go out at all.
Jenny had an instinct for sorting treasure from trash. To the untrained eye, this was just a discarded piece of an old postcard. But to Jenny, it was a mystery waiting to be solved.
Ah, another collector.
I should keep my eyes open for any other pieces.
Whee. Case of the puzzling postcard. Oh. Okay, if this is a full-on thing, I'm all hot to do it then. Alright, let's inspect the shrub.
Hey, you!
Oh, hi there!
What are you doing back there?
Well, I was pruning. But then I discovered the cerulean bugberry bush.
Discovered? These bushes are all over Arthurton.
Actually?
I'm taking notes.
This is an incredibly rare bloom.
There's nothing rare about Arthurton.
I beg to differ. Arthurton has many beautiful and exotic plants.
Ah, tell me more.
Really? Like what?
Mushrooms with eyes that glow in the dark.
What? It's not a rare plant.
Berries that emit a bioluminescent mist. And flowers with nectar as sticky as superglue.
How you doing, Marzipan? What's new and exciting? What trouble are you up to? Am I in danger?
Where? I've never seen any of those things.
Well, believe me, they do exist. I've had the pleasure of seeing them up close. That's one of the privileges of working for Dean Stroudsbury in his greenhouse.
Oh, It happens. Ah, I see. I need to do some delves too. That's a bit lower on the list. I got me a hero chess piece this week, which was nice. But yeah, as for Twitch, I'm not sure what's going on. I did kind of switch stuff around, so maybe that's it. But yeah, it was just a bit of. I would like to stream again. It's been a while. Been a bit of a hard little bit in the past week, so. But I thought I would pick on something random too, so. I've been wanting to play this game for a while, and I purchased it for a whopping $4.78 from GOG, so I'm very happy with it so far.
Anyway, I should get back to work.
Are you focusing on the Evoker or the Mage? It seems like you're really enjoying the Mage.
I want everything to be perfect for the Dean's retirement celebration.
Okay. Marspit says, I feel like BDK tonight, so I'm on that instead. Plus, delves are super quick if you have a tank spec. I feel like that's Blood Death Knight, but I genuinely didn't get off the hop. I had to think really hard. BDK. Sounds like a serial killer. Oh, this is just a gallery item? You dicks! I haven't Death Knighted in a long time. It was really boring when it first came out, and they were really strong too, so it... And that's kind of my overarching memory of them. The last time I played Death Knight in earnest was when Death Knights had all of their specs available to all of them that could do everything. So when Death Knights first came out, they really had this idea of every single spec would be able to do both DPS and tanking if you chose the talents in that way and fought with them appropriately. And of course, they were just unkillable monsters because of that, and just dominating all sorts of battlegrounds, and it was very unfun. But yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm supposed to search. Like, will anything count? Sort of deals. A telephone booth? Oh.
Signs and decorations adorned the entire campus.
What sort of ancient times are these?
A party to celebrate the Dean's impending retirement.
Left! Left! I said left, damn it!
That is all the way left. Or you mean from your left?
What part of left are you having trouble with?
My left or your left?
Yeah.
My left.
Okay, you're bad at this, but okay.
Obviously, I mean my left. Why would I mean your left?
I'm in control of the thing?
So you want me to move it the other way?
Yes. Nothing would make me happier. If you're not careful, we're gonna have bronze brains all over the floor.
Why did you mold the brains as well? I mean, that's fascinating, and I would love that done for my own statue. Oh, the internal organs I'd have. I'd keep it to a limited number and just the weird ones, but... Oh, Be great. Just like an empty chest cavity, but just like a pair of kidneys and a bladder.
They seem busy. I should probably lead them to it.
Can I interrupt him?
Hello, Mr. Stroudsbury. How are you today?
Les Stroudsbury!
A
Beloved-
jolly gentleman. The Dean was often seen shaking hands and kissing babies around town.
Beloved demon of Gumboldt, everybody's surrogate uncle, laughs like Santa Claus.
He's also Mom's boss.
But more than that, he was her loyal friend.
What do you think, Jenny?
The Dean had dedicated his life to Gumboldt, and the townspeople had spared no expense in their tribute to him.
Quite a striking resemblance, Mr. Stroudsbury.
It's a scary thing, Jenny.
Marspin says, I thought about getting a third spleen, but I'd have to give up one of my spare appendix. And I just know I'll need a handful of those eventually. For what? I mean, I agree with you. I wouldn't want to give up my spare appendix either, but like, is it a defense mechanism that you're going to throw in the face of a ne'er-do-well whenever they attack you in a dark alley? Or is it just so you have an easier way to look up other information in your body? What are all your appendices for? And how are you utilizing them? Have you taught them any tricks?
Retirement.
Oh, God.
Great excuse for a party, though. What will you do when you're no longer the Dean?
I've been trying not to think about it.
That's not healthy.
This place won't be the same without you.
Things change, Jenny. Time marches on, and we must do our best to adapt. It's going to be difficult, but I'm sure we will get through it.
What do you mean, we?
Do you think they made my belly too big?
It's probably just a perspective, Mr. Stroudsbury.
You are a clever one, Jenny LeClue. Speaking of which, have you been practicing your detective skills?
Constantly.
Have I? Of course, always.
Well then, I have a challenge for you.
It's not to find puzzle pieces, is it?
I bet you can't guess what I ate for breakfast.
Oh!
At last, a real challenge for Jenny. A fiendishly difficult puzzle that would take all her wits to solve.
To be honest, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Oh no, that's what that was for! I misunderstood!
Oh, okay.
I wanted to guess his breakfast! Shit!
Sorry, I just have to be somewhere.
I didn't understand that was the question being asked.
Of course. I understand.
I saddened Santa Claus.
What? No, that's not right. Jenny would never turn down an opportunity to flex her intellectual muscles.
Well, your questioning was vague.
So she did what the Dean asked.
Fine. Anything for you, Mr. Stroudsbury.
That's what I meant to do.
Oh, how wonderful.
I'm glad they gave me another chance at it, but it's one of those things, and I really disliked it when that would always happen, and it was one of the worst always came in BioWare games when like you think you were picking the nice option, but then all of a sudden your character starts freaking out and poses it as like a negative aspect, whatever was going on, and it's just like, that's not what I meant. of course, they've like made it better now that they kind of have like a general feeling of what you're going to say versus like the exact words that you can't tell the intonation.
But first, I need to ask you a few questions.
Interrogation of Dean Strasberry. Hey, did he get any food in his eyebrows? Oh, puzzle piece behind his ear. I see that. I feel like I should be able to question him about his mustache, but it's not giving me that. Ah, spoon!
Looks like he accidentally put a spoon in his pocket instead of his pen. It's got a coffee stain on it.
Shaky penmanship, unusually cluttered.
A thick bundle of note cards poked out of the dean's pocket.
I inspected him so hard I made physics happen.
What's he keeping so
I
close
really
to
am
his
the
chest?
greatest detective.
You've been making a lot of notes, Mr. Strasberry.
Probably for a retirement speech.
Oh, I was intending to make a speech on Saturday.
Why have you scratched out so much of it?
Your mother suggested I keep it short, and quite right, too. I must have rewritten it 20 times by now. I just can't seem to find the right words.
I hold down the button thinking I have to, and you don't. Is that raspberry jam on a square of butter?
The dean didn't button his shirt properly. It looks like a bloodstain, but the seeds indicate otherwise.
Okay, I don't feel comfortable about going lower on his body. Solid gold. Oop. Old, like so old, at least 100 years. Family heirloom.
His watch is slow. That's unlike the dean. He's usually very punctual. Your watch is 45 minutes slow.
Is it? Oh my. That explains why there was no cheesecake left in the cafeteria. My head's not screwed on today. Thank goodness you noticed, or I'd be late for my meeting with your mother.
Oh, really? She didn't mention anything to me.
Oh, well, of course she wouldn't. It's nothing important.
They're sleeping together.
Why are you meeting then?
It's just, she's helping me finalize my plans for,
Your party?
Yes, that's it. My retirement party. Thank you.
Are you okay, Mr. Strasberry?
Of course. Now let me just fix my watch before I forget. Now, where were we?
I was slowly inspecting your body in the most conspicuous and unsettling of ways. Shiny! Gumbo Loco! Class ring?
Ixa scientia potestas est. Looks like Latin. Your ring sure looks old.
It was made for my grandfather. He passed it down to my father, who passed it down to me. And when the time comes, I'll pass it on to my son.
The Strasberry family had been champions of education for generations.
What does the inscription mean?
Knowledge itself is power. The inquisitive spirit is a mighty thing, Jenny. And nothing is as important as the truth.
For the Dean, being covered in plant life was not unusual. His work as a botanist was renowned.
Looks like you're carrying some extra baggage today, Mr. Strasberry.
Well, I do have a lot on my mind.
I was referring to your legs.
Oh,
Oh, thank you. I have been doing my daily calisthenics.
No, I mean the sticky stuff on your pants.
What? Oh! Hitchhikers. I've been working on a new orchid hybrid in my greenhouse. They're beautiful, but the leaves are quite clingy.
my. Hey, Mr. Emil, how's it
I
going?
will say, I am looking forward to spending more time in the dirt.
Yes, felt like quite a few dirty jokes here. Powder? Dandruff? No hair? Sugar?
Can't be dandruff. He has no hair.
Oh, that's great to hear there, Mr. Emil.
I have a hunch it's powdered sugar.
Okay, I'm going to stand up, stretch, do my break, and then do one of those things where I urinate. It's going to be amazing. I know it. For me, I plan on not filming it, at least this time. I shall be right back. No, open up work, you fool. Oh no. It's not letting me. Okay. For some reason, Twitch decided not to allow me to run a 3-minute ad because it hates me. Okay, that was a weird one. I shall be right back. Great, I made it back. Oh no, I have that feeling like I want to sneeze. Okay. Nope, everything's fine. Everything is fine. Nope, lost it. Okay. Back to the game. You know what I forgot to do is like my full checklist that I normally do before I come onto the streams. And it sounds silly, but genuinely checklists have helped me greatly in my life of like doing the same thing every single time and keeping it in that order. And then on top of it, and I know it's a very silly thing, but it's one of those something I saw pilots doing when they start their takeoffs for flights. And they actually, not just for takeoffs, they have checklists for everything, but it's just to keep the order correct. And I can't tell people how many times I've started my streams and then like, oh no, I forgot to like put up a card. I forgot to check if my microphone was working. I forgot to check if the game sound was working. And like, I now used to do it very specifically, but this time around, I completely forgot. I will admit, though, I now don't know how to make my phone vibrate. Uh-oh. This is for later. Sorry. A good long while ago, I got me a Pixel 8 telephone, and it so far has been an interesting, useful phone. The reason I got it was because it has 7 years worth of upkeep for the software. And my plan is to keep my phone for as long as possible. All of my phones have lasted over 5 years. And the big problems that come with them is that after you get over the 5 years, it starts destroying itself with software and things won't work or blah, 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 blah. And I find it wildly annoying. So I thought, hey, I'll try a Pixel phone with lots of software update and just to do something different. But the thing is that it is different. And while it's an Android phone like a Samsung, which that's what I was primarily using, all of the buttons and everything function just slightly differently. Even like the most basic thing. On the top is the power button, on the bottom is the volume button. Well, every single Samsung phone, that's switched around. And it's, and after a month, you get used to it. But like having to switch my phone to vibrate is not something that like I've genuinely done very often. And so now I don't know how to do that. Because with the Samsung, you just press the volume button down and the ringer will turn down until it goes to vibrate. So, yeah. Ooh, no, don't do that. Oh. I think that might be it. Okay. So we were at seven of 8 clues. I still feel like that should be a clue, but it's not. Donut, powder, neck, jam. 45 minutes. His flesh is sticky. Oh no, I genuinely feel like I'm missing something important here, but I'm not sure what. Oh. Okay. Okay. I wonder if I'm just missing, like, another way that I can get a clue from him. Oh, wait! I thought I passed over this several times. Gumbolt logo. Basketball game today. #1
The
fan.
Dean was a big fan of the Gumboldt moonbeams, and not just because his son was a prominent figure on the team.
Well, a bench warmer anyway.
There we
So,
go.
what do you think, Jenny? Can you guess what I had for breakfast?
Something with jam, sugar, and a spoon. I genuinely don't know.
Sure, Mr. Strasberry. I've got everything I need to solve this mystery. What did the Dean eat for breakfast?
Okay, make deduction.
Nope, that's not what I meant. Let me try that again.
Oh. Okay. Ah, the jam thing on her shirt. Okay. There's a large dark red jam stain on the Dean's shirt button. The bow tie, there's a... Nope. The bow tie has powdered sugar on it. In his pocket was a spoon instead of a pen.
Jam on his shirt and powdered
Spoon
sugar on
was
his
part of
tie.
it after all! You dicks! Oh. What jackasses. They say, oh hey, only pick 2, and then they choose 3 out of the pile. Klefnaha and Argabargle. I tells you. These games. This game actually has been really good most of the way through.
The evidence points strongly to the Dean's breakfast consisting of 1, maybe 2 donuts.
It took me a long time to solve.
What else can I tell about the Dean's morning?
The Gumbolt Moonbeams are playing a game this weekend. Pocket Watch is an hour slow. I don't remember his shirt being buttoned incorrectly. But I guess that must be part of it. Normally carries a pen. 45 minutes, forgot to wind. Distracted man.
The Dean had neglected to wind his pocket watch.
All right there, Mr. Beale.
The act of a distracted man. This resulted in his whole routine being thrown off, which might explain why he has a spoon in his pocket instead of a pen. You had a donut for breakfast.
Yes?
I'm guessing...
Raspberry.
raspberry.
How did you know?
That part was easy. You always have donuts for breakfast. But something else caught my attention.
Oh?
I think you have something on your mind, Mr. Strasberry. You are usually a picture of precision and punctuality. But today, there's a spoon in your pocket and your shirt button is undone.
My, you really are a LeClue. Your father would be so proud.
Oh,
Thanks. Well, I should be going. I'm meeting your son by the lake.
And I'm meeting your mother in the library. What a small world this is.
Too small.
A perfectly small world with everything in its right place.
Who would want to change that?
oh, now she's attacking the author.
Pardon?
Nothing. See you on Saturday.
And yelling at the fourth wall. This is...
Oh, yes. Until we meet again, Jenny LeClue.
This is going to be a bit rough because I keep on feeling like I'm going to be missing something if I don't detective vision everything I see. Avocado hole!
Well, that's not creepy at all.
In her short time as a detective, Jenny had learned never to ignore a ringing phone.
Hello.
Oh. Stretchy stretch.
The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
I'm going to write this down just in case.
What? CJ, is that you?
The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
Really? This again? It's me, Jenny. We don't need to do this.
I have no idea who you are, and I know no one by that name. The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
Oh, Judd asks, or does the dog just bark and there's more noise after dawn droning out the bark? Depends on the dog. If it's a husky, nothing will drown that out. Marzipan replies with, and the raven flies at dusk. Yes, yes, we knows how these go.
Fine.
Oh, let's go with the bird.
The early bird can't catch the lazy worm.
Good. The wind blows strongly from the east.
People in glass houses should invest in curtains.
Excellent. The evening sky is full of fireflies.
The last donut is the tastiest.
No, it's not.
Ah! Jenny, it is you!
Of course it is!
I need to meet with you right away.
Who's
Okay.
this Doc Brown?
Where do you want to meet?
This place will do.
I was just kidding. I didn't think it full on was Christopher Lloyd. CJ, conspiracy theorist.
Everyone in town knew that CJ was mad, even dangerous.
He's not dangerous. He just doesn't accept things at face value. Sure, he's a bit fixated on extraterrestrials, but at least he's passionate about something.
CJ and Jenny certainly indulged each other's obsessions. But most of all, CJ treated Jenny like a colleague.
And not a little kid. CJ, why did we go through all that if you're right here?
Can't be too careful. Are you sure you weren't followed?
Who would be following me?
Shh. This place is compromised. We don't have long to talk.
It does feel like whoever this voice actor is doing
Now,
his best.
what did you want to talk to me about?
What? You called me.
Did I? Why?
Talking to CJ was a bit like navigating a maze. You had a rough idea of where you were headed, but you couldn't be sure you'd ever get there.
I'll help you figure it out.
Yeah, it was funny. When he was young, Charlie would talk to any fire trucks that would go on. You know, we didn't have many sirens going on around the neighborhood, but we'd be walking, and if a truck would start going on, he would start, like, howling at the siren as they would pass. It was hilarious, but he kind of stopped after a while because, you know, inside of the house, it got really loud. Okay. I feel very weird about panning over men's unbuttoned chests and exit. You know, if I wasn't a girl detective, it's just... Oh no, there's another one in his belt! Oh... Oh, this feels so weird now. I need to shave. Or at the very least, trim my mustache. It's collecting water. And well, it helps to sieve out all of the, you know, particulates. It's, Calgary water's pretty clean. And then what will happen is, like, I'll accidentally flick it onto things. Whose birthday? How old is CJ? And what does CJ stand for?
Is it your birthday, CJ?
Birthday? Whose birthday? Craig's birthday. But Craigson died on his birthday. Assassination? Possibly. Abduction? Almost certainly.
Lynxy.
CJ, the card?
Oh, this. It's for you. Impossible shot.
I got to feed the crows earlier today too, so that made me happy. Got like unsalted peanuts, and he was outside cawing at me to put them down. And yeah, now I'm feeding birds and squirrels. It's terrible.
Died instantly.
Oh my god, that's horrible. Happy birthday. Sorry about your dad.
No suspects. No human suspects, anyway.
Frowny face.
Thanks, CJ. That's, thoughtful. I didn't think you'd remember.
I know what it's like to lose something important to you. Now triple shred and incinerate that card as soon as possible! It's got my fingerprints all over it!
Tucked into the socks. Not a good hiding place.
What's that sticking out of your sock?
Ah! That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I intercepted a secret message. Classified intel.
Uh-huh.
It's proof, Jenny. It's happening again. It's time for us to join the fight.
This doesn't look like the kind of pamphlet he usually makes.
And they're coming for your pets. Are you prepared? Will you answer the
It's
call?
been professionally printed.
Could CJ finally be onto something?
Oh no. I don't think they mean space aliens. Join the Space
This is part of a
Cadets.
cereal box.
Mail in your applications and get your official Pop Flakes through the ray gun and flashlight. In just 11 to 15 weeks, just 5 box tops and 20 cents shipping. When was this game made? I'm sorry. It was made in 2019. I'm curious when this time frame is supposed to be because it sure feels like the 80s or the 70s. You couldn't send just 20 cents in my day and get anything through the mail. And again, I am a filthy Canadian, so exchange rates. Hurry, supplies
A
are limited.
cereal box from another space-time continuum?
Nope, just a regular cereal box. It's an ad for a toy.
But why? Why would it just be lying there in the trash?
I'm sorry, CJ. There are still great mysteries out there to solve,
I think that's only 2 of the 3.
but this isn't one of them.
Jet says, I could look it up, but it feels like mail order promotions were started in the mid to late 70s. That's what I'm feeling too. And I will be honest that, like, as I grew up in, I was born in 83. So I'm sure the mail-in promotions were still going on, but it just felt in the 90s there weren't as many. And they were kind of tapering off. And also, it's not like I remember a bunch of stuff from, like, 1987 or 88. I genuinely remember only like the Olympics in 88 because they were held in my city. And even that was like a brief standing by the ski hill with they had these souvenir torches and they were really just candles with cups around the top of them made to look like an Olympic torch. And I thought it was the most amazing thing in the world, but that's because I really liked fire as a child. And still do.
Jenny had uncovered why CJ had contacted her. But something else had caught her eye.
Oh. Compass. Why is it flipping like that? Hidden in plain sight? Strange symbols? Cracked glass? Wandering
I
needle?
knew he was hiding something. A compass with strange symbols where the cardinal direction should be. Looks broken.
I feel like 2 of those aren't the cardinal directions on the triangle.
Where did you get that compass?
Ah, you spotted it. I knew you would. It belonged to my father. He left it to me to find the truth.
You're not going to find anything with that. The needle is wandering all over the place. A bit like you.
I know she's talking to him, but that did feel very directed towards me.
Searching
For what?
for them. It's this town, Jenny. It's Arthurton. They're here, among us, and this proves it.
Or it could just be broken.
Could be. I guess we'll never know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to skip through that.
So what's the plan now?
Library. Research. Very important. Very hush-hush.
They let you back in?
I was thinking the exact same thing there, Jet. That this, even when they started on the phone, it felt like Doc Brown, and then as he came out, it's like, oh yeah, no, this feels like full Christopher Lloyd.
Not yet. But I've got this hut now.
It wasn't your head that needed covering.
No, for disguise.
I know, CJ. What is it this time? More UFOs? Radio wave mind control? A globally connected communication network used exclusively to view pictures of cats?
No, that never worked.
Jenny, you sound crazy. I'm just preparing my defense for the hearing.
Is this because you tried to hypnotize Mrs. Brown's prize poodle?
No, that was last week. It's because I peed in the water tower.
Oh, you monster! Oh! Oh! Oh, do they filter that? Oh. Right, they would filter water as it goes in after it comes out of a water tower, wouldn't they? Or is it clean water stored in the water tower and then that's used to increase the pressure through town? Oh.
CJ, that's gross.
And this is the thanks I get for saving everyone from the mind control chemicals?
Well, I guess I'll see you later then.
Oh, I want to cry.
But CJ was gone.
CJ, I know you're standing behind the phone booth. I just watched you walk over there.
No, I'm not.
Okay then, bye.
See you later.
Okay. All right. Oh, I wonder if my things changed at all. I'm a politician, where I'm a dreamer, emotional, and an improviser. Smart, observant, and energetic. You want to change the world. You're dedicated to the cause, hardworking and focused, but sometimes you overthink things. That feels like a filthy insult.
Hey!
I went from hero to politician. Oh no! I've lived long enough to become the villain. Oh!
Ah! Damn, that's the third time today.
Oops.
Hi, Jenny. Great job solving that case today.
Just asked, how does one pee in the water tower, and what kind of work would that take? Granted, that's some real ambition to climb to the top of a water tower. Find whatever inlet it has, and then utilize it.
It's really cute, the way that you and your mom work together. I wish I was that close with my parents.
Enough chit-chat.
Whoa.
Got anything new for me?
Whoa.
Oh, yes. This is the real deal, hot off the press.
Oh no. What am I into?
I haven't had a chance to distribute these yet, so keep them to yourself.
Ada and Jenny belonged to one of the oldest societies in Arthurton.
Oh no, she's not a flatterist, is she?
An eclectic band of treasure hunters, collectors, creators, and dealers. Together, they were known as Sticker Club. For generations, Gumboldt students had been hiding and finding stickers all over town. Officially, Jenny was too young to join. But she'd found so many stickers on her own that they'd made her an honorary member.
Yes!
Let's see. Nice crisp edges, rich colors, very tacky.
Thanks. I spent all week making these.
If only you spend as much time in your schoolwork, you might not be failing my mom's class.
Whoa! Shots fired.
Jenny thought to herself.
It's to celebrate the dean's retirement.
It would be very entertaining to have a game where there was like a little kid that would say the first thing that came to their mind, or it act like inner monologue, but they say it out loud, and then just have the other person like, whoa, go fuck yourself. Like actually responding and hearing what's said out loud. Oh, maybe I am Judd. Yes, 7 Max is perfect for that.
I'm super sad that he's leaving, but
Max is just the best. Or is it Sam? I think it's Max. I'm thinking Max. The bunny. The bunny makes me happy.
It's a perfect reason to make new stickers.
exactly. Oh, we're going on an epic sticker hunt before the Dean's party. You should join us!
Even if Jenny had wanted to join them,
And I don't.
she knew she'd be stuck with her cousin all weekend.
Thanks, but I work alone.
Oh, okay. See you around, Jenny.
I am such an asshole. Okay, I got a new thing. So I press the decorate button. Then I add. Then I get the fizz. Oh, I can't put it off the thing. Oh, look at this! I have a tiny little body now. Okay, perfect. Aha, there we go. Oh, it's a gallery ad. I wonder too if this, like, the choices thing actually don't matter, and if you just played this game again and again and again, whenever you open up that textbook, it'll always have the same sort of, like, starting on the same sort of things and going, another gallery, okay. You know, that there's always an order at which you'll have your sort of character characterized as, and they will always pop up in the same sort of way. And I went to the convenience store the other day, and I was hoping that they would have some cream soda, because I don't know if it is American, I think, but it's called Jones Cola, and it comes in glass bottles. And they have this really fantastic cream soda that's clear, not too sweet, and it is the best. Oh, leave campus.
Lake Nowhere, 1 mile.
And just nothing.
Stop!
That's what I thought. That it is an American company. And sorry, Marzipan is saying it's Seattle where they started. Oh, just my favorite cream soda, Above and Beyond. Yeah, they didn't have any. Just like orange drink, and orange is good, but no, I want cream soda.
Perfect. Hold it right there.
No, it's not.
Okay, let her go.
No, you lower it slowly. Do you guys not know how to crane?
Oh dear.
That was ominous.
Detective for hire. Jenny had saved up the whole summer to place an ad in the local paper, but no one had answered it. Until now. What could this new case be? Her imagination ran wild, picturing the possibilities. And so, after helping her mum at Gumboldt College, she hurried to the pier at Lake Nowhere to rendezvous with her new client and crack another thrilling case.
You know, the other thing about this game is the color scheme that they use and the art direction is just so good. Ooh. That's going to be another gallery piece, isn't it? As Jenny neared the edge of the woods, she heard a sudden strange sound. And then almost died.
Hey, kid! Watch where you're going!
Don't you watch where you're going, me. You should be wearing a hard hat. You should definitely have gloves on that are leather. And why do you even have a pipe wrench when you're working on power lines? You dick, you shouldn't be up there. Get down.
Hey, screw you! Your wrench nearly cracked my head open.
Oh no! It's not damaged, is it?
You gaping anus.
That's my lucky wrench.
You dropped it!
Yeah, lucky it didn't kill me. When's this upgrade gonna be finished anyway?
Look, kid, I just go where they tell me. Every night, another power surge. Every morning, another part of the grid fried. And I'm out here fixing it.
It doesn't look like you're fixing anything.
Do I get any thanks? No.
What's causing all the outages?
At the moment, a little red-headed girl.
You son of a bitch.
Now throw me my wrench, kid.
No.
Looks like I have all the leverage. So tell me, what exactly is taking so long with these repairs? Apart from shoddy workmanship, that is.
Hey, we're busting our butts to keep your lights on.
You almost dropped a wrench. That wrench should be tethered to your belt, you piece of shit. I had family who worked for power companies and had to crawl up power poles to do phone wiring. And just, like, sons of bitches.
These lines should be lasting for decades, but they're burning out after just a few weeks. It's the strangest thing. Anyway, toss me my wrench.
It should be tethered to
But
you.
be careful. It's a family heirloom.
But what could possibly be using that much power?
You're killing me, little girl.
Arthurton's a tiny town.
You almost killed me with your
The
wrench.
mines are practically shut down. So what could it be? Surely someone must know.
All I know is I got 3 more jobs today, and I can't finish any of them without my wrench. So, will you please just give it back already?
Fine. I've got bigger fish to fry.
Thanks, kid.
You're just screwing the pole! You dick! Run! This man's a menace. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to... there we go. Run!
As Jenny stepped out of the dark forest, she saw warm sunlight reflecting off the cool lake. And next to that, something even cooler. Keith Stroudsbury.
Come on, Keith! Dance like you beat it!
Not so much grinding.
Hey, if I'm gonna be a coffee cup that's dancing, I'm gonna be a sexy coffee cup that's dancing.
Oh, Keith, what are you doing?
Not everyone saw it, but to Jenny, there was something special about Keith.
He's just happy being himself.
Nothing seemed to bother him.
Not even having to dance in a costume for $1 an hour.
But Jenny was not so laid back.
Not when it comes to standing up for a friend.
Especially her only friend.
Wait, am I gonna yell at people? Restore Keith's dignity.
I can't leave him like that. I think there's been enough dancing for one day, don't you? Hey, Jenny. Hello, Susan.
Actually, I prefer Susie.
Busy laughing while others earn a living, Susan? Not everyone's got your dad's money, I guess.
Jenny! Hi!
Tall and handsome, with intense, mysterious eyes.
Keith Stroudsbury, son of Dean Stroudsbury, benchwarmer, gunbolt, moonbeams, best friend ever.
Cool should have been his middle name, instead of Tarquin.
Tarquin. Is that Game of Thrones? Or something else?
But Keith was so cool, he didn't even mind.
Hey, Marzipan, the craftsman could have just died, you know, for being electrocuted because they're terrible at their job.
Give me 1 minute. I'm just finishing my...
Nope.
Sure. Don't let me interrupt your work.
My shift ends...
In 15 minutes, I know. I'm early. I'm meeting a client over at the dock. Paid case. Could be big. Real big. Couldn't be as big as her head.
Whoa!
Wow, that's really...
Impressive? Maybe. All I care about is keeping this town crime-free.
The only crime here is that haircut.
Whoa, they all need a good slap. Mild stabbing.
Back in a minute, Keith.
Let's set him on
I'll
fire.
have the usual. Six sugars, a splash of milk, and a dash of cinnamon.
Perfect.
You got it.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Danger. No swimming. Sounds safe.
How about now?
Move it to the left a bit.
What's he doing up there?
Not now, kid. We're busy.
Any better?
No, keep going.
Now?
Yes, it's working. Hold it right there.
That's what all the fuss is about?
Not this guy again.
What is that?
Whatever it is, it's not my music. Maybe it's
Jazz?
not the horrible syncopated rhythms of jazz.
Shh. I'm trying to listen.
You shush. I'm the DJ. I'm in charge.
When's this party getting started, boys?
Oh, just a few more minutes.
How are we supposed to dance to this?
I think we're losing them.
Another station must be interfering with the signal.
But there aren't any other stations in Arthurton. Wait! All these wires must be acting as a giant antenna.
Jenny listened closely to the mysterious transmission. It was like no other radio broadcast she'd heard before.
Hold it steady!
Sorry, I'm trying.
That's just getting worse. You might as well come down.
No, wait! I can almost make out what they're saying.
But just like that, the sound faded away.
What did you do?
That's no use. Come on. We gotta get this equipment back to the AV department by 6.
Jenny was so lost in contemplation, she'd almost forgotten the case at hand.
My client. I'm supposed to meet her at the dock.
Run!
Aha! Got you this time, you slippery fella. Ah, shucks. Just another boot.
Excuse me, Mr. Humdrum.
Dan Humdrum.
Oh my! If it isn't little Jenny LeClue. What a glorious day, don't you think?
As far as Jenny was concerned, small talk was like a second pair of underpants. Uncomfortable and completely unnecessary.
So is the first pair of underpants, but people do it anyway.
But Mom always says, create a good rapport, and they'll reveal everything to you.
So she gave it a shot.
How's the fishing?
Oh, the fishing's great. But the catching is bad.
Oh, can I laugh?
All I'm getting are old boots and strange bits of metal.
Ooh, what kind of bits?
Just look out there, Jenny. She's got that wonderful afternoon glow.
Hmm.
No one knew why the lake glowed at night. And few were brave enough to swim its murky waters. What lay beneath its depths was the stuff of myth and legend.
What kind of bioluminescent horrors are going on here?
Somewhere out there lies the giant red herring, or so they say.
But no one's ever caught one. Sounds fishy to me.
Well, if she's out there, I'll catch her.
I feel like I caught many red herrings so far.
Great. Well, now that we have a good rapport, where can I find Mrs. Humdrum?
Well, she's down there on the ridge. Oh, if you're headed down there, there's a knack to getting the ladder to work. First you shake it, then you kick it, and then you push it.
Sounds unnecessarily complicated.
Shake, kick, push. That reminds me, I need to ask Jut important questions.
I'll join you down there in a bit. Just have to sort my tackle out.
Should do that in private, but okay. Yeah, there was a conversation a little while ago when I made that YouTube video. I said, hey, Jut, can you watch? And Jut returned with this, like, amazingly concise list. He said, I took shorthand notes and then I filled them out afterwards. And I'm so curious how those shorthand notes go, because I'm terrible at note taking. I got to write the whole thing up, and 9 times out of 10, it's so slow and arduous to do. Oop. Release the button too quick. Okay, let's try this. Use ladder. Yes, that was the right order.
Aha! That did the trick.
Oh, I gotta go back to my book. I'm so... Oh, there it is! And Jet says, I mostly stick to nouns and verbs, shortening some of them enough that it makes sense with the context. Ah. I'm still a politician. I can't express how sad that makes me.
Mrs. Humdrum, I presume?
Oh, hello! You?
I'm the private detective you contacted. The code word is Purple Panda. I'm here to solve your case.
Who is it, Dan?
It's Jenny, dear, the LeClue girl. She doesn't see so well without her glasses.
Oh, hello, Jenny. I'm afraid I don't see so well without my glasses.
What a great husband. And Jet says, otherwise you kind of need to keep pausing the video and writing a bunch of stuff. And that's exactly why I was curious at how you specifically did it, because it's something that I'd rather not do, or when I'm, like, babbling, I probably should have just wrote SHK, KICK, and PSH, and I would have known what I was needing to do. Okay, no, that's great. It's one of the Nancy Drew games, the one where you go to the carnival or the amusement park, and there was a whole bit about learning shorthand and how to like write and read shorthand, and it was a lot of scribbles, which is just like Oh, Marzipan says, I shorthand lessons in high school, no use though. Yeah, I took speed reading lessons in high school, and that's another useless technique that also, like, vastly doesn't help you.
Nothing wrong with her hearing, though.
What did she say?
I said there's nothing wrong with your hearing, dear.
Oh, no, thank you. I've already eaten.
I believe you have a case for me?
We do. We do.
Great. So what's the trouble? Haunted by the ghost of a former lover? Worried you're being poisoned by a mad uncle? Something so dark and gruesome I can't even begin to imagine the horror?
Oh, let's hope it is cosmic horror. Oh, how I want to kneel at the altar of Cthulhu at some point here.
Well?
You shall wake Azathoth yet.
I've lost my reading glasses.
Truly a horror for Natharlatep.
Oh.
And there it was. A real case.
It is.
A confounding mystery to challenge Jenny's brilliant mind.
I thought this was finally going to be a good one.
What do you think, Jenny? Can you help?
Sure, Mr. Humdrum. I'm gonna need to ask you a few questions.
Like, why do you have a gallery piece on the back of your easel? 2 of them! Coiffed hair. Expensive hairdo. Over 6 inches tall.
Looks freshly blow-dried.
People with gigantic hair is just one of those, like, things that always I find incredible, especially when they would, like, tease it and knot it to get it to that height. It just, oh.
A professional job. Your hair looks lovely today, Mrs. Humdrum. Is that a new style?
Thank you. I had it done yesterday. Dan didn't notice. They call it the Queen's Coif.
Well, it's certainly big.
And expensive.
But I'm worth it, Dan.
Oh, what a marriage.
Who could put a price on that beautiful head of hair?
You're not so bad yourself, hot stuff.
Oh, God, please don't start whatever you're going to do while I'm here.
Gross.
I've never been interrogated before. This is such fun.
It is just asking questions. Is this why people feel like I'm interrogating them? Because I just ask questions that I'm curious about them, but it sounds like interrogation? Do I not understand human cues? Oh no. New sticker! Okay. Yeah, these do feel very weird of, like, panning over somebody's body and zooming in on their bits in hopes that I can get clues. Oh, there we go.
Jenny had often snuck through the hole in the fence at Grubman's to watch the races. She could understand why the dogs ran so hard. They were chasing the promise of food. What the adults were chasing was less relatable.
I notice you're a gambler, Mrs. Humdrum. You've been to the Greyhound races.
That was yesterday.
We always go to Grubman's on Wednesday.
Interesting.
You really are very good.
The best.
How long have you been solving mysteries for...
I'll ask the questions, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to stand up and get myself a cup of tea here. I really want some tea, so I'm going to get some tea. Because tea. Tea. So I shall return. I want to say in 3 minutes, but it's probably going to take me a little bit longer. But I shall be back. Alright, I return. Made it and everything. No deaths that I know of. Mostly successful tea gathering operation. No, right. I keep thinking the mouse is going to work for this, but it's like 100% a controller game.
Do you often carry a pair of binoculars?
She doesn't go anywhere without him.
I presume you don't wear your glasses when you use the binoculars.
No, I can't get my eyes close enough to the eye cups.
I see. Did you take your binoculars with you to the races?
Of course. Those critters are so tiny, I can't keep up without my binoculars.
It reads, I can't keep up without my binos.
Interesting.
What's next? Fingerprints? Oh, polygraph test? It's like you're reading my mind.
Phthalo blue.
I expect you're finding it difficult to paint without your glasses.
Oh no, I never wear them when I paint. I like to feel the canvas, to interpret the color.
She's an incredible painter. You should have her paint you.
Thanks, but I don't mix business with pleasure.
Have you figured it out yet? The suspense is killing me.
How many clues do I have here? 4 of 6. Okay. Button. Ascot. Oh.
That's a large hole. She must have caught it on something. Did you have trouble climbing down the ladder, Mrs. Humdrum?
Why, yes, I did. How on earth did you know?
There's a tear in your pants pocket.
Well, what do you know? I didn't realize these pants even had pockets. I feel like you know more about me than I do.
Okay. What tiny little feet. Oh. Her face.
Jenny recognized the distinctive indentations left behind by a pair of spectacles.
She must have been wearing them recently. You still have marks from your glasses on the bridge of your nose. You probably lost them within the last day or two.
Oh, I never would have thought of that.
When do you last remember wearing them?
I'm really not sure. Dan?
You had him at your Tuesday book club.
Oh, yes. We're reading 50 Shady Graves.
Shady Graves.
You are so thorough. Any more questions?
I think I have everything I need to wrap this one up. Where are Gail's glasses?
I should probably read these all out carefully and then go to picking my clues. Haircut. Gail visited the hairdresser on Tuesday morning. Gail's hair is fluffy. A bouffant. Hole in pocket. There's a hole in Gail's right leg pocket. Painting. Gail doesn't wear glasses while she's painting. Betting slip. Gail was at the Greyhound races on Tuesday night. She took her binoculars. Binoculars. She removes her glasses to use the binoculars. So Tuesday morning, she had her glasses. Tuesday night, she didn't. So yeah, I think it's binoculars. Betting slip. Hole in pocket. Make deduction.
There's a big hole in her pocket, but Gale didn't even know her pants had pockets. So it's unlikely that she would keep her glasses in them.
I was wrong. Okay, so then let's go with the painting.
That doesn't quite add up. Let me give this some more thought.
Okay, is it the hair?
Gale was at the races last night.
Yeah.
She had to remove her glasses to use the binoculars.
Right.
Gale also had her hair cut recently.
I too could be eating cupcakes.
It's fluffy and big, and could easily hide a small object.
Ah, I wasn't even on that train of consciousness.
Solving a complex mystery like the case of the missing glasses
I made
was
an
tough
assy
work.
me and thought that she ripped her pocket. They fell out.
But now came the most satisfying part. Delivering the dramatic denouement.
Mystery writer, every day.
It could have happened to anyone. Why fate picked this poor woman, we may never know.
Who's she talking to, Dan?
She's working.
Our victim. A simple-minded but well-meaning
Dan,
lady
you
with mild
beautiful
myopia and a
soul.
keen sense of fashion.
Oh, I think that's me, Dan.
A fruitless day at the racetrack. An act of instinct lost in the heat of the moment. One hand reaching for a pair of binoculars. The other moving a pair of reading glasses aside.
I don't get why teas will sometimes just hit me and make me shiver.
That's what happened.
Picture the glamorous yet impractical coiffure, tall enough to conceal a small object.
It's almost like I'm there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I posit that these missing glasses are not missing at all. They are, in fact, hiding in the victim's elaborate web of hair.
Oh, so they are. Right there on top of my head.
Hey, me!
Incredible! What a talent!
Pay.
They're always in the last place you look, aren't they?
A master detective in the making.
What would we have done without you?
Gale, don't forget to pay the girl.
Yes!
Oh, of course, silly me.
Money.
You must be rewarded generously for all your hard work.
Money.
Now don't spend it all in one place.
What did she give me?
Thanks. I'll do my best.
I imagine it must have been a quarter. Oh, God. Stop calling me a politician. Oh. I thought maybe if I did... Ah! Surprise! No. That she might fall into the drink. But this is really feeling like a you can't fail sort of game. Which is okay. I mean, I am getting a kick out of it. And being able to be wrong and, you know, still searching for the clues and the like is... I still feel like I'm learning stuff. And that I'm not, like, being handed everything easily. Oh, I got scraps. Does that mean... Nope, just 3 of 6.
Are you ready, Keith?
Wow, what an amazing detective.
Glasses on her head. Who could have guessed?
Oh, you heard.
Whatever would we do without Master Investigator Jenny LeClue?
Maybe you learn to shut the fuck up.
I thought it was pretty cool, Jenny.
Thanks, Keith. You're a good one.
And a whole nickel. You must be so excited.
It was a nickel? Oh! I was so robbed! What sort of hateful grand larceny is this? Am I in the 1950s? Is that nickel gonna go somewhere? Oh, she did have a bouffant. Maybe this is the 50s.
Yeah, that's more than her mom makes in a month.
Well, you know.
Come on, guys. Let's all just...
Hey, Jenny, my grandma called. She wants her sweater back.
Oh, now you don't make fun of the sweater.
Oh, how wonderful it was to joke around with friends.
Can I push one of them
I've
over?
had enough of this.
Oh no. I'm going to use my powers for evil. Really mean.
Skirt ironed but unevenly. The work of a distracted housewife. Brand new, hideously overpriced shoes. Overcompensating father. Your dad's sleeping with Deborah's mom again, isn't he?
Ho 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 ho! Yes!
No! How do you... Shut up, Jenny! You don't know anything!
Wow, Jenny. That was cruel.
Who even says something like that?
Aw, don't cry, Veronica.
She's just a weirdo nobody!
Jenny, let who?
And the case of the missing friends!
Yeah. Good one, Veronica. Come on, let's get you home. Are you coming, Susie?
Thanks for the coffee, Keith. And the extra sugar.
Whoa.
Of course. It's...
Nothing special at all, and the same thing he does for everyone. Oh, okay. See you around, Keith. Well,
oh, man.
That went well.
It's an origami raid! How are you doing there, origami girl? What were you up to? You started after I started, so I didn't get a chance to see what sort of trouble you're absolutely inflicting. I've been alright. Struggling, let's be honest, but getting better. Okay, sorry, this is going to take me a moment. I'm not sure. I haven't done this in a while. How are you doing there, origami girl? No? Is it this? Oh. Thank you, Agent X. I assume that was you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. It was a rough little bit. You know, I've been talking to folks about my mental health and the like. Seeing psychiatrists and therapists. That's what I mean by talking to folks. I should probably be a bit more specific. Yeah, and then last month, my pup. I had to put my pup down, Charlie. That was a rough one. That did sit me back quite a bit. I say pup. He was 15, and he had a very, very severe seizure. Audio surf. I have to admit, I don't know what audio surf is. But yeah, it's been a rough one, and so medications have been increasing, and I might be on some new stuff pretty soon here because of the ups and downs. Oh, it's a rhythm game. Yeah. And like I say, 15 years, me and Charlie were great buds, so that was a really rough one. Still lots of moments of where, like, I will put food aside for him. And I mean, it's been 3 weeks almost, but I'm still, like, looking for him and putting food aside and coming home and surprised that I don't see him sort of stuff. It's a rough one. He was extremely loved and pampered and spoiled. Oh, it was. I wanted to come back as Charlie. I figured that was one of the best lives you could have imagined. We were laying on the floor and napping just the night before. Get 2 walks a day. I'm still trying to walk every day too, which is one of the harder parts. Now it feels a bit weird to go outside and walk for no reason, but just to walk. But I'm trying to keep up with some of the exercise. Sometimes you just don't want to. How did audio surf and Roblox go?
Shall we?
Were you doing decently, or was it one of those nights? Because so far this game feels very, like, hard to fail. But boy, I've had some other times with other games where it's like, oh no, I can't do anything right. Oh, a leg issue in a rhythm game is just the worst. Because you need that, like, precise timing. The last rhythm game I really played was... I almost said it was Hi-Fi Rush, but it wasn't. It was the other one that was metal. Oh, Genshin was crashing. Now that's kind of crazy. I figured Genshin would be like a hyper-stable game that, like, would be hard to crash and could run on everything. Oh no. Now it's going to really plague me. Adrianex was an expert at that game. He was, like, regularly ranking in the top 50 of levels and stuff. But it was a first-person shooter, but you had to shoot and dodge in rhythm with the metal that was... Hellsinger. And you would literally, like, you would have a dodge left to right and a shooty shoot. And if you shot in beat with the heavy metal songs that were going on, you would get a damage multiplier and you would get up to like 16 damage times, and you'd be able to, like, take people down quicker, and then you would get a rating at the end of the levels. Yeah, it was a neat one. Oh, it's Metal Hellsinger. And they had the System of a Down. Yeah, I think it's System of a Down's lead singer was doing all of the vocals. But that was one of the weirder parts about the game, is, like, the better you played, the more tracks you got. So if you were a big fat failure like I was, sometimes you wouldn't get, like, the great music, and it wasn't until you got, like, past the 8 multiplier that you would get him singing. Oh. Yeah, Hellsinger, like, it's classified. I don't think they called themselves a rhythm game, but it definitely felt and played like a rhythm game. I'm not sure if that Billy Bust Up is going to be the same sort of deal.
Yeah. I've got no customers now anyway.
Oh, Keith. And Hi-Fi Rush was another one that was, like, over-the-shoulder, third-person attack game. Kind of like Devil May Cry, but then again, a rhythm game.
Nothing exciting ever happens here.
Oh, an opera sort of style. Now that's neat. I'm appreciating the different musical genres that go in, because I do kind of get a bit tired that it feels that a lot of rhythm games bend into the electronic style, you know? And so Metal Hellsinger was fantastic for something completely different. And also we all kind of wanted to, or did, murder people to rhythm into. I loved Doom, and yeah, that one, like, unconsciously you started finding yourself in rhythm with the songs.
I'm so tired of these simple cases. Ugh. How am I supposed to become a real detective if there are no real crimes to solve?
What's OSU?
You help that old lady? Darn.
Thanks, Keith. But it was stupid, and everyone knew it. Including your girlfriend.
She's not my...
And you really mustn't let them treat you like that. You should stick up for yourself.
They don't mean anything.
Sometimes you just gotta speak up and say how you feel.
Well,
You can't just let people walk all over you, Keith.
Okay.
No.
It doesn't matter anyway.
That's what I was
Nothing's gonna
thinking.
change. Not in this ghost town.
It's not so bad.
Don't you ever wonder what it would be like to live somewhere else?
Oh, not really.
Who am I kidding? There is nowhere else. Not for miles.
Oh, shucks.
I see practice is going well. Is your dad still pressuring you to play?
Well...
Come on, Keith. You hate basketball.
Oh, and Adrian says, OSU is a rhythm game, but the inputs are also done by mouse movements and heavy theming around anime music and characters. Generally, it airs towards the sides of electronic dance musics, from what you've seen. Oh yeah, wasn't there like a trombone game with mouse clicks too that was very difficult to actually get precisely into where you needed to be? Yeah, it's funny, and to think of like older games like Guitar Hero and the like, I never really played. I really did not like Guitar Hero when it came out, mostly because I was really poor at the rhythm, and I was in this like very weird place of where I could actually play a guitar better than I could play a fake guitar in a video game by a long shot. Trombone Champ is what it's called. Yeah, I'm terrible at rhythm. And the longer I played like Hi-Fi Rush and Hellsinger, I got better with my rhythm by like leaps and bounds than I ever was. But Guitar Hero was one of those like all of my big mistakes in life. Not life, but in my like training of musical instruments. I didn't train hard enough on my rhythm, and it really shows when I play Guitar Hero. I actually have been playing the guitar again, just very mildly, and learning like really simple songs just to like get back into rhythm. My current one is Rocksmith. I think Rocksmith was like better everything if I understood it correctly. Like more instruments, a bit more original to the music that came out. But I never got into either of them. But yeah. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting into another rhythm game again. Or maybe just cracking open Hi-Fi Rush for the second time. It's one of those, like, feel-good... It's coming back, and they're going to make a sequel out of it. And hopefully the new owners are looking to support them. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just to get the brain going on some music and what have you, and learning stuff. And it's, like, again, very slow, but I also think that when I was younger, I might have learned things a bit quickly and then not really worried about the timing or the intricacies of what I was doing. And so I could learn a song, but not well, or the complete song itself. Now I'm just like I say, focusing on Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, which is very E, A, B, E. I'm sure I will there, Origami Girl. For one, Adrianex, you didn't know that I was streaming again, so nice big fat lie. Thank you for it. I really do appreciate it. And two, what do you mean you were considering doing a stream on the subject?
And tough love? But you're the worst player on the team.
Not the worst.
Well, on the bench anyway. Why don't you just tell him you don't want to play anymore?
It's a Strasberry tradition.
That's my point, Keith. This whole town is dead, stuck in the past. Everyone is just doing what they're told without questioning why. Where's the ambition, the sense of adventure?
Yeah, because I didn't even know that I was... Well, no, actually, I didn't know that I was streaming. I was thinking of writing it a bit earlier on Discord and telling more people, but just one of those... let it come as it comes, because and that was the same as the video, of where I put too much stress into a singular thing, and then by the time I get there, I'm not having fun, and I don't want to do it, and now I feel like I'm backed into the corner and have to do it. So, yeah. I didn't warn anyone early is what I meant there, Adrianex. Ah, just the usual thing of messing with instruments. How has your pieces been going there lately?
Are we still talking about basketball? How's your mom?
She seems distracted. Normally, she's so focused on her job. I mean, it's understandable. It's been almost a year since... And now she's planning to go away for the weekend, and she still won't tell me why.
Yeah?
She was definitely acting weird earlier.
Maybe she's lonely?
You know what?
I think it's the
You're
opposite
right.
of lonely. I think she found someone and is having some wonderful sex.
I am?
She shouldn't be alone right now. Actually, your dad told me they were meeting in the library. We're going to need supplies. 2 of Mr. Bean's finest, please. To go, of course. Here is my payment in full.
That's a nickel.
Put the rest on my tab? Thanks for the pep talk, Keith. You always know what to say to make me feel better.
Last stone. You want it?
You take it. You need to practice.
I feel like such a jerk sometimes in this game.
Here goes nothing. Three-pointer!
Nice one, Keith. Maybe your luck's finally changing.
Nice to know that all of Subnautica is going on in the lake.
Keith was an excellent listener. Or maybe he just didn't speak much. Either way, Jenny really enjoyed their little talks. He was the only person who really seemed to understand her. Jenny biked briskly towards the library back on campus to surprise her mother. Nothing exciting ever happens here, she grumbled, unaware of the great adventure that lay in store just around the corner.
The library was quiet. Too quiet. Oop. Yeah, they're just little daggers. Everybody's feet are tiny little daggers. It's... Oop.
Gerald Strasberry. Cornelius Strasberry. It's a wall of Strasberries.
The Strasberry lineage stretched back to the very founding of the university. There had been a Dean Strasberry at Gumboldt for over 150 years.
There won't be for much longer. The dean's retiring, and the only Strasberry left is Keith. And he's not exactly the academic type. No one on duty. A book thief's paradise.
Yes!
There's a note on the desk.
Oh. New sticker! Gumball College memo. This man is not allowed in the library due to past incidents. He may be wearing a hat and or fake mustache. Be vigilant. Someone keeps leaving book carts in the quiet study area. Please remember to return the carts to the front desk area and stop standing on them. We've got ladders for a reason. Dean Strasberry. Is that Leslie?
That was weird. Hello? Mom? Mr. Strasberry? Anybody?
The echo makes it especially terrifying. But speaking of Leslie, I was genuinely really surprised to hear that they're doing a Naked Gun sequel with Liam Neeson as the titular police officer from Police Squad. And they're making it that he's the son of Leslie Nielsen. Or at least from the short Whatchamahoo's trailer I saw. It's on the YouTubes. And it looks like it genuinely might be funny. I'm actually kind of interested. The original Naked Gun was with Leslie Nielsen, and it was a very like parody cop movie of a buddy cop where him and this really nice football player no one's ever heard of named O.J. Simpson start solving crimes and fighting ne'er-do-wells as they go through this city. And it's a lot of very kind of parody type humor and, you know, jokes and innuendos. And it's a very good comedy movie. And I genuinely do mean that this was like the most famous thing that O.J. Simpson did before O.J. Simpson definitely murdered his wife. And yeah, it was, and he was actually pretty good in the movies. And they were funny movies with lots of good jokes, and of course they always worked because Leslie Nielsen was always very straight and very serious about it all, even when he was like throwing in the silliest of jokes.
Echoed through the library.
Something's not right here.
A mystery was unfolding.
Whatever it is, I'll get to the bottom of it.
I think they made 3, but you'd want to watch the first because that's the better one. And the second's okay, and 33 and a third is just silly. The name is hilarious.
Les Stroudsbury, Gumball's 21st and jolliest dean, smiled down at Jenny.
Looking a bit wonky today, Mr. Strasberry.
A pair of wires ran down the wall and disappeared behind the painting.
It's too high to reach. What are you hiding back there? The chandeliers that adorn this library are made from rare Arthurtonian quartz. Kindly donated by the Glatz Foundation.
The Glatz family was one of the oldest in town. They were the first to mine the valuable quartz deposits beneath Arthurton. And as such, they became incomparably wealthy.
And they sure like to let everyone know it.
Oh, right. I wanted to see. I wonder if I'm still a politician according to the... I am! Oh! This is starting to hurt more and more as the game goes on. As you pick choices throughout the game, it puts you kind of in the, you know, personality quiz sort of thing, and you can be a hero. Well, I started off as a adventurer, and then became a hero, and then became a politician. And now I'm firmly stuck as a politician. It's just, it hurts the heart, you know? There's one thing you don't want to be. Ever.
Laddertron 5000. The pinnacle of remote ladder and bookcase technology. Kindly donated by the Glatz Foundation.
Of course. Can I commandeer this ladder 5000? Oh no!
Whoa! Dangerous!
The newly installed ladder system was prone to malfunction.
Should have kept the old wooden ladders. They never tried to electrocute me. I need to find a way to turn the power
Or have they? Just because they're bad at it doesn't mean that they never tried. Nope. Oh, so this is the control panel. Okay.
Jenny gazed at the technological marvel of Laddertron 5000.
Seems pointless. It's not hard to move a ladder. Sometimes it feels like some unknown force is just trying to slow me down.
No, I wanted it back to where it was. It was this one, right? Yes, 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 yes. There we go. Okay, so the foreground must be this one, or was it the other one? Nope, it's the other one. Let's put this guy in the middle. Okay. That side? Haha! I did a thing with the stuff.
Jenny was notorious for climbing book carts.
It's the only way to reach the highest shelves. In fact, this could be useful.
But something else had caught her eye.
This table's a complete mess. Who would leave it like this?
This part of the game is one of the weirder, like, components where it's just like, tap the button and see things, and then all of a sudden you'll get to the next part. Hey there, CJ, how's it going? Yeah, it's been a while. Been a rough little bit for me, and I'm trying to get back into stuff. How have you been? What's new and exciting? Conspiracy theories, busy diagrams, old town documents.
Illegible scribbles, intricate diagrams of giant machines, a worn copy of Aliens in Arthurton.
Jenny knew only one person could have been sitting here.
Keith.
CJ. It's odd, though. He usually hides everything when he's finished.
I've just been working and crocheting. Oh, nice. Any good crochet projects that you've been on? Or have they just been small fashionable pieces? Like hats. Have you been crocheting hats?
What's this?
A tattered piece of paper with a series of seemingly unrelated notes.
CJ made an Eeyore and a Piglet and a Gengar. Oh, nice. I have been wanting to make my own fashion as time goes on, as I find I have very specific needs that I would love to have accommodated. I have a blanket now that I wear around my waist because my thighs get tremendously cold still. Don't know why, they just do. And so it's been one of those literally tying a blanket around my waist and then using a belt to keep it up so I can walk around with having like my legs covered. Oh, it's what I want. I want a skirt with a split in the open, but, you know, covers my genitals. Just, you know, that much fabric at the top, and then a split, and then legs can move in and out. Okay, the Shadow Bed. Abandoned mines. Oh, I gotta find clues. Oh, sticker. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even just wear the skirt. I would like to have pants underneath the skirt, but just something to keep my legs warm and move down my legs. Because as it is, I have like a lot of fabric around my waist, and it gets a bit bulky and heavy and also hot. I do have to like genuinely spread open the front of it to keep things flowing. Ugh. Graveyard. Oh. That's morbid.
UFOs, shadow men, experiments on corpses.
It seemed that CJ was unraveling a mystery of his own.
Wait, there's something on the other side.
This is a different CJ. He's like Christopher Lloyd, but not quite.
Wow, a color map of Arthurton.
Okay.
Jenny had never seen a town map with this level of detail before.
I can't believe CJ left this behind. That's so unlike him.
Feels like the kind of map you'd find in Rocking Bullwinkle.
He'd be terrified if anyone else found it. I'll keep it safe until I see him again.
Haha. Okay. Change tab. Decorate. Add. Line. Add. Coffee. Perfect. Still a politician, though. Oh, of course, Queen December. I'd bend the knee, but it's been sore and angry at me lately. I've been walking in the dark, and I smashed into a whatchamacallit? Couch, and it's been sore ever since. Oh. Climb.
No secrets between friends, Mr. Strasberry.
Jenny stood on her tiptoes and delicately removed the priceless painting from the wall.
Threw it on the ground.
Oops. Aha! Precisely what I was hoping to find.
Me too.
It was?
Let's see. Lights, bookcases, ladders. I'll cut the power and continue my investigation.
But Jenny knew better than to play with electricity, so she left it alone.
It's a simple switch. Perfectly safe.
Yeah.
The eerie silence unnerved our tiny hero. But even worse was the dark. Jenny had always been terrified of the dark.
Oh no.
Just breathe. A great detective never succumbs to fear.
Oh, you too, origami? It's understandable.
Looks like that did the trick.
I like the dark personally, but I know I'm in the minority. I've had lots of conversations about this, but I prefer the nighttime and when the lights go off. And even this setup, oh, it's a bit too bright for me.
Jenny stopped in her tracks. The sign clearly read, "Wet floor, caution."
Yes.
Her path was blocked.
You're kidding me, right?
Origami Girl says I like it, but I don't. It feels like very conflicting feelings on something.
Trampling muddy feet over a perfectly clean floor? She was a maverick, not a monster.
Why would you have a ladder that... okay, no. Ah, there we go. Find the hole. Ah, it's a whole game of find the hole. I think I could be good at this.
Rare books. Our most precious collections reside in this temperature-controlled room. Kindly donated by the Glatz Foundation. Yeah, we know.
The fallen remains of a bookcase blocked Jenny's path.
It looks like a bomb went off in here. It's too precarious to climb over.
Oh no, you won't climb over things. Ooh. I want to jump in the hole, but...
It's locked.
No.
No problem. I'll just pick it.
Oh, yes!
Jenny was skilled with a lockpick, having watched her mother demonstrate the process countless times.
And Marzipin says, I love when video games have the puzzle goal of be a civilized human being.
But that was just for fun at home.
Oh, okay.
This was the real world.
You have a wonderful day at work there, Queen December. Be lazy. Try to do as little as possible. Talk back to people who bother you. And if things get really hairy, just push over the weak. You can always run away. All right. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be on for. Is my first stream back in a while. I think I was going to cut it pretty short. Actually, soon here. I think I might close up shop shortly and go for a small walk here because I haven't had my walk today, so I'd like to do that.
You couldn't just go around picking other people's locks. That was a crime.
Thank you, Origami.
A great detective knows when to bend the rules. And the paperclip she has in her pocket.
It's the hair clip. I thought that was the whole point of the hair clip.
Mom always says, lockpicking is a subtle art. Move slowly and search for the sweet spot.
Oh, is this going to be a vibrating thing? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Oh! Once it moved a little bit, I needed to press the other button to make it activate. Me too, Origami Girl. It was always like the most important thing in the universe was picking locks as a child. No idea why, you always saw it on TV and I really needed to do it. And I would bend all sorts of paper clips and shove them into lock holes and think that I'd be able to just use the paper clip. And of course now there's like a whole channel dedicated towards it on YouTube called The Lock-Picking Lawyer. And his is you can actually buy a case of lockpicks from his site and see the techniques that he uses to get through locks. But it's one of those like, yeah, it's tempting. If I had a bunch of extra cash, oh, I'd so be doing that. Yeah, I think he does like a lot of stuff that's really whatchamacallit, like, this thing that's a padlock isn't as safe as you might think it is, or this is extremely safe and it'd take forever to lockpick. And I think he genuinely reviews locks. In one of my favorite formats, too, for any YouTube guys, is that they are as long as they need to be. It might only be a 2-minute and 10-second video, or it might be like a 8-minute long video, but he never like pisses around and makes them all 10-minute long videos with ad breaks here and this and that. No, it's like, this is exactly what I need it to be. This is the length, and I'm done. Yes, they do send him unpickable locks too. I've seen, and I think there was even one where he's gotten like puzzles with like, the one I remember was like just a simple, like you would get it out of a toy store puzzle that just like keeps bottles in it. And it's just like something you would find in Resident Evil or a video game of where you had to figure out the puzzle, and then he could get the, I think it was like nice whiskey that he had enjoyed. Aha!
Bingo.
Yeah, it's a neat channel if anybody's ever curious about, like, and also he even talked about his puzzle solving techniques, which I think was kind of a neat insight of like, here's a puzzle, here are all the things you can manipulate, and here's this leads to this and that, and like it was a very interesting deep dive into puzzle solving technique. And two, he's also got an incredibly soothing voice. It's kind of nice to just listen to him, and like I say, just the like directness of his videos are so wonderful.
It must have been a rush of blood that caused Jenny to act so irrationally. Regardless, she had picked the lock and felt strangely exhilarated. What treasures lay behind the door?
Oh, it's empty.
There's a cart.
Still, that book cart could be useful.
Well, the way this all started off in the game was that, like, the narrator is the author of a book series called Jenny LeClue that's doing really poorly because he makes them very boring and nothing ever happens in this town. And the people, the reviewers are tearing him a new one, and his publisher is telling him he's got to stop publishing, and this is probably going to be his last one. And so he's making a slightly different book, and now we're like playing the video game of that book, and he's narrating what happens in it. So sometimes we'll go against his wishes. But like I said earlier, or alluded to, I am going to stand up. Well, not stand up. I'm going to hit the old dusty trail. But before I go, exactly, I think that's what this is supposed to be, is like a slightly modern take on a Nancy Drew mystery. It is very fun. It's called Jenny LeClue, Detective U. And I think it was like I said, a whopping $4 or $5 from GOG. And yeah, I am so happy I found this, and I'm playing it. It was a recommendation from Amanda on Maui, and yeah, 100%. I like the pacing. It feels nice. The jokes are good. It's a good one. But like I said, I'm gonna hit the old dusty trail, so I'm gonna see if I can find someone that we could go raid, which I don't know. Again, it's been a while since I've done this, so I'm not even sure. Oh, we got Redneck doing stuff. Yeah, let's go do a raid on Redneck. I think he's doing some Call of Duty, which is definitely a cross-section for the type of game this is. The fans of this will definitely be fans of that. Redneck's good people. Thank you very much, Mr. Emil. Well, like I say, Origami Girl, I will also point out that I wishlisted it on GOG, which is like Steam, but not. And when it came up on sale on wishlist, then I picked it up. So I do think it was like a 75% off sort of thing, and then I scooped it up. But yes, we'll do a raid on Redneck, and then I'll be back at a later time. I am planning on making a YouTube video again pretty soon here, is I already got one on the YouTube channel that was edited and scripted, and I'm going to do more of that because I did put playthroughs on YouTube, but now I'm kind of feeling maybe I should, if I do a live thing, it'll go to YouTube as well, but I'm going to leave those to more like directly scripted and directly edited as to something that I would like to say or do or give tips on something. And yeah. Oh no. There we go. It's one of those funny things with Redneck that it's not exactly Redneck. It's RHEC_Redneck. So when you search Redneck, it just, lots of other rednecks come up who are also currently playing right at this very second. But everyone, thank you so much for joining me and coming back. And I hope you all had fun. I certainly did. I'm going to be doing more stuff again in the future, but I'm going to keep it as a light schedule. I'm not going to be doing like 5 days a week as I used to. I am going to maybe stick to 1 to 2 and try to do that every week and get a bit more back into the swing of things, but there will be more. So thank you. And until next time.